Hello, hobby friends. How is it going? Welcome to the very first Webway weekend hobby hangout. Very cool. I am GRG Miniatures Craig, if you want to know my real name, and I am going to be your host. I'm just the person who has got a setup for doing live streaming. So the idea for today is that we are going to work through some of our backlog in preparation for all the exciting things that are coming. If you are here and don't know, I mean, I assume you know, but there is a Webway weekend room in the Discord for our Eldar. If you don't want to know where that is, you can go to Reddit. It's not affiliated with the Reddit Eldar, it's a Discord server for Eldar, but anyway, you know what I mean. So you can go into the room on Discord and you can post what you're working on and we can chat about it and see what everyone is doing and have a good time, and that'll be very cool. Start painting and stuff if you're not already now, but I did think it would be fun to have a quick look at some of the things that are coming because I'm so stoked for all this stuff. So I am going to take us through stuff you've already seen just to build a little bit of hype, really for my own pleasure, I suppose, but feel free to get working on the things that you are working on for the evening if you don't want to look at pretty models with me. Okay, cool. So let's try them chronologically, just for fun. Oh, I should ask as well, actually. You can all hear me. This is going okay, right? Let me know in the chat if I'm talking to myself and you're just seeing a weird head bobbing about. Cool, alright. So, path of the preview. This was our very first new model reveal, I believe. Official one. That came with the new year. And it was the Guardian Defenders, and there they are, the beautiful Guardian Defenders. In fact, let's do this. Where are they? You'll do. Ta-da! Here's one I made earlier. Oh, you know what? This is not going to work because my webcam is rubbish. I'd have to do it with my overhead cam, which we're not going to look at right now. But anyway, there's an old Guardian. There's a new Guardian. And aren't they absolutely stunning? This has been mentioned a lot, but I think wise choice for GW to stick with the absolutely timeless designs of Eldar. They are, well, anyway, by far and away my favourite GW miniatures. The whole range is just absolutely gorgeous. There's just something about them elves, but sharp, beautiful. What do people think? I think they are stunning. My only regret is that, I mean, you know, Samhain, how you pronounce them. It is the most striking colour scheme, I guess, so I get why they go with it. Red is a poppy colour, right? But I always want to see more Ulthway. That's what I want to see. But yeah, maybe all that black, I don't know. And look at this! These guys, this is the real glow up of these guys. They are absolutely gorgeous because, let's be honest, you know, the old Storm Guardians were showing their age, I guess, but these ones, oof, yes please, I want some of this. Oh, we're getting some chats through. Science Pie, I love how you can mix them with the many existing Guardians without them sticking out too much. Yes, absolutely. If they'd done a complete redesign, you know, would probably be cool. You know, Jez Goodwin's behind this engine, I believe, and he always pulls out some pretty awesome designs, but yes, mixing it in is going to be fantastic. And yeah, something too different and edgy, you know. Yeah, we've got a little bit of edge coming later, haven't we? But let's save it. Yeah, these Storm Guardians are just, I'm going to have to run Storm Guardians. I don't care what the rules are, I'm just going to have to make a whole bunch of Storm Guardians and make it work somehow because they're just stunning. absolutely, exactly as you say. Gilbragol. I'm apologizing for not pronouncing your name correctly. Very dynamic, very beautiful, very excellent. Yes, Guardian Defenders, and as an Ulthway player, having, you know, options for Blackguard is very exciting. Okay, so next up on the path of the preview, the Awtark, the lovely, gorgeous, gajillion optioned Awtark. I mean, of course the model is cool, but the options, now that is cool. So there she is in all her glory. I believe from the box she has a name. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can use her as anything else. How awesome is it that they're making this fit with the old kit? My only regret is that I've glued everything on my old kit. You know, the plastic winged Awtark. It's all glued on, so I'm like, oh, now, I mean, do I buy another one? Oh, but I mean, she's cool, just, you know, that kit by itself, but the wings really make it on an Awtark for me. But anyway, she looks fantastic. Or, because it's a kit with options, he looks fantastic. Look at that. A little bit seesaw on the legs. A little bit seesaw. Don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it'll be a relatively easy job to flatten him or her if you so choose. So that's up to you. But yeah, I mean, for kit bashing, as Baltec is saying, you couldn't ask for more, could you? Look at that. All the weapons, all the joy, and then the old chappie there. I mean, old, he's not that old. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And that the spider pack on his back, the, what do they call it? Oh god, the warp jump pack? Is that what it's called? Anyway, that thing looking like ultimate, like 80s shoulder pads going on. But I love it, of course. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Alright, Awtark with all the options in the world. It genuinely feels like they're doing fan service, but not in like a sellout kind of a fan service way. They're just doing like a good job of giving people what they want, and it's still being excellent. Louis lost an arm for an Awtark when he was a kid. DDD and give a second life. Yes, a second life to the metal Awtark. Love it. Get that bad boy healed up. Yeah. Yes, but the Reaper launcher is back. Galen, I think you are right. I still can't pronounce your name. So I know how to pronounce her name now, but not yours, Gilbragol. My good friend. Yes, Galen, that's the one. Okay, as you can see, there's going to be a slight delay, so I apologise for that. There's nothing I can do about that, just a little bit of lag. Looks like we're doing a lot better than I've done on some of my previous streams, because as part of my prep for this stream, I went out and bought a 30-meter LAN cable that I'm running to the router rather than relying on Wi-Fi, so hopefully that'll be a little more stable than whatever the heck was going on before. The Dark Reapers. Now, when this one came out, there was a little bit of, you know, brouhaha. I think, you know, the Awtark and the Guardians, everyone loved them. There was no question. It was like, yes, that's what we're... Oh, you know what? I missed the big... Anyway, we'll get back to that. Yeah, there was the big stink. Not big stink. There was mutterings about the faces. And, you know, I'm a pretty positive guy. I do think these faces are kind of, they've got a more classic GW feel to them. They're a little bit on the cartoony side, maybe. So what did I say first? Gilbragol is what... I don't know what I said first. If it's a J, write a J. If it's G, write a G. That'll help me. Anyway, back to these bad boys. The Dark Reapers looking... I mean, yeah, the face... I think it might just be the paint job, to be honest. And I think if you really don't like it, there's loads of things. People were mocking up all those different, like... You know, you can like sand off the mouth and or the nose, but or you can like stretch it out to make it go all the way so it looks a little bit in that hard G. Thank you very much, Science Pie. You can, you know, stretch out the mouth by cutting in a little bit to make it look a little less kind of like a little petite smile or whatever. But I think it might also just be a little bit to do with the paint job on these guys. Look at that, I love that. Oh! little bit of like official lore that I learned today. I think it was on Reddit, so if you read through the thread that was comparing Solitaire with Death Reaper with Morgan Ra, you might have seen it as well. But the Reaper look has got an interesting, and it's in apparently I think second edition of the Necron Codex, I think it was. So whatever edition they came out, but you know what I mean, the second codex that they got, where it says that their big death guy, their Reaper guy, whatever he's called, the one that's a bit of an older model now, the resin, very tall guy who's in a big long cloak, he was going around and being a big creepy god person, and killing lots of people and terrorizing all of the races in the the races in the 40k universe in their infancy. And that is where our idea of the Reaper in human culture comes from, as in a guy in a big black cloak that cuts people down with a scythe, comes from that Necron god, whatever they're called. Well, not Necron god, but the gods that the Necrons took over. And they also did it to the Eldar, and the Eldar called him Kailis Ra. And when Morgan Ra founded the Dark Reapers, he based the look on Kailis Ra, this death god from Eldar mythology, and that's probably where the Ra comes from in his name. I don't know. I mean, they're making it up as they go along, aren't they? But but I just thought that was a really nice little way of tying it up. Good job, lore wranglers at GW. So anyway, there he is, Kailis Ra. I don't know if that's what they call him now, but that was what the version of that Necron god thing was. Anyway, there they are, Dark Reapers. Gonna buy these as well. Gonna buy them all. I can't help myself. They are cool as heck. Super strong poses and just looking like dynamic but strong. Does that make sense? I like the fact that they seem to have like cinched them a little bit. They're not quite as stocky, which I think brings them a little bit more in line with the Eldar aesthetic, but they've left them with those big powerful legs, so you really feel like they can take the recoil of a launcher like that. So yeah, with his little skull handbag. Love it. And then this guy here, Catan. Yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you very much, Baruth. That's exactly what I mean. Sorry, let me have a look at this chat. Kenya from Lord of the Rings. I'm not very familiar with Lord of the Rings, I'm not gonna lie. I think it will be fine when we see it in the hands of everyday painters. Yeah, the style, absolutely. It was the same with the heavy metal style painted Sisters of Battle when they launched, right? Yep. Green stuff and smooth over the thing. Yes, I think that's a good idea. If you're not a fan, they're your models. I'm still up in the air. I don't quite know what I'll do. I'll have a look at the plastic when I get it and make my decision. Yeah, it won't take a lot to make them look good. Catan, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. It's amazing how much of your vocabulary leaves your head when you start live streaming. That's something I've discovered. And there's acrylic paint pens for the mouths. Yeah, and I got advice in a comment on a video from a mecha painter, one of the guys who paints like the Japanese mecha models, saying it was on my video about panel lining, and he was saying that they have like there are things called like mecha pens or something that they use for their panel lining. Maybe that's what you mean, Louis. Sorry, but yeah, it's cool. And yes, there's Awtark Man with his options on guns. Look at that. I mean, frankly, it's the triple Reaper launcher for me every day of the week. Nothing against Shuriken. I'll use them on everything else, but look at that. Look at that thing. All right. And a headless chappie if you do in Inari, which is something I didn't realise. I'll be entirely honest that the Inari don't do helmets. That's me being naughty and not keeping up with the law. I'm breaking the law. Okay. Now, we should have done this before, because this is actually the one that came out first, right? The Eldritch Omens. So, yes, we got the Awtark. We've had a look at her. Very pretty. And look at these guys. Also very pretty. Gorgeous. When this thing came out, do you remember when they teased this in what's it called? so I told you, rumour engine, a long time ago, and there was like a pretty clear split down the middle of people in the Warhammer 40, not Eldar, but the Warhammer 40k subreddit. But it's like half people were saying there's no way that's Eldar, there's nothing round on Eldar stuff, it's always going to be like a kind of overly shape on Eldar stuff, that's definitely Tau, and then people like Tau have only got 3 fingers, and anyway there was much debate. I was always on the side that that's definitely Eldar because of the hand was like an elf hand, and there it is. I did not expect to see it on Rangers. I'm really interested to see what it's representing. I think there were rumours about there being options you can give them to improve stats and what have you, which is quite common now, isn't it? Pay an extra 10 points, get a +1 to hit or whatever. So yeah, I'll be really curious to see. And again, keeping it real, keeping it old school, but just beautiful, sharp, modern plastic models. I'm really pleased that they got one of these little shrine things, because I'm collecting those for all my different shrines, and doing this, putting them on a little base and making like a little mini scenery diorama thing. So yes, beautiful. To be fair, you've invested as much thought in Inari as GW have. Yeah, well, yes indeed. Oh, you know what? That's something I meant to do. I'll do it at the end. What we're going to do after we've looked through all of them is we'll do like 1984 5 minutes of hate or whatever it's called. We'll do the 1 minute of salt. So save if you've got real salt. That's not a salty comment, but if you've got real salt, let's keep it positive for now, and then we'll just have 1 minute, flush the salt out, and then we'll get back to positivity. How's that sound? Okay. All right. So there they are, beautiful Rangers, looking gorgeous, swoopy coats, and I really want to do those diamonds somehow, but I really don't want to sit and hand paint all of those diamonds. So I'm currently in the process of racking my brain for some kind of really like tricksy, clever way of doing that. I know that I've seen like there's the guy who did the video on doing the diamonds by using it like the inside bits from stencils, and I mean I might just do a stencil job on it and just do like the airbrush fade out. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, Gundam. The Gundam pens, that's right. That is exactly what it is. Louis, hey, James EJ, I know that name. I know that. You can't hide from me, James EJ. we have what I would consider a celebrity in the room. No one knows him but me, of you guys, I'm assuming, but he's a celebrity to me, so everyone say hello and welcome to James. I think he may be here because before too long there may be another elf army in the world. I don't think he's got one at the moment, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, I believe we'll have rigid ranger rifles. Yeah, I don't even own the Finecast ones. I refused. I have some Artel guys sitting up there, so which are very nice minis too. Little scale's a little off, but they're good. Yes, and there they are, the Shroud Runners. Also very cool. Yeah, I mean, just awesome. it's a bike with a guy with a sniper rifle in the back. That I just conceptually you can't go wrong with that, can you? I mean, let's be honest. Flying through the air, wreaking havoc. I'm hoping blasting people off of objectives and doing a little bit of plicky damage to some characters here and there. What you can do. I gotta be honest, I don't understand, like, there's just something about, oh no, save the salt. Shh, don't tell anyone. I didn't say anything. Okay, what have we done? We had a little bit of stuff from the Shroud Runner rules, didn't we? But yeah, we're not doing rules. I mean, it's cool, they go fast, they move and all that. Oh, I love the mechanic for that's a rumour though, we haven't seen that officially. I won't mention it. Okay, we've done the Guardians, we've done the Awtarks, we've done the Reapers. Warlocks. Beautiful plastic Warlocks. Look at that. Cool. I mean, it's a bloody top knot. I don't get why every race has top knots. Like orcs, space, Imperial characters. Everyone has a top knot. Even the Tau have kind of like they're like top knot, like limp top knots on some of their models. But what is it about the top knot in the 41st millennium? The universal symbol of being awesome. But yeah, these guys are looking stunning. I don't know what to say other than I love them. It's just the classic Eldar look, but in plastic, and you can't go wrong, can you? Surely. Hang on, let me catch up with chat quickly. Welcome to James, very good. Yes, I don't run many jet bikes in my Craft World army. That's probably going to change now, yeah. So I had 6, and then I bought 3 more to do a video. So now I have 9 regular jet bikes, and I feel like maybe I should be playing Sayman at this point, because I'm going to end up with, probably 6 of the Shroud Runners. But anyway, we'll see. Very excited about... Oh, hang on. Those are going to be everywhere. Yes, yeah. Excited about the Shroud Runners. Pretty sure they won't be great, but zooming around being a pain is my jam. Yeah, I think that's the Eldar jam. That's how you do it. You just whip around being a complete POS. Akaimi, first time seeing you in the chat. Hello and welcome. Plastic magic time. I require more Eldar top knots. Yes. Well, we've got a big one coming later, haven't we? That's going to be super exciting. Okay, easier to make top knots, maybe. It's the fashion, I agree. Keeps the hair out your face when you're shooting. I like all these ideas. These are all very, very good ideas. Don't want to be too real world about it, but I wonder if there's just something about the 80s when they were originally designing all these. So I just thought that was kind of punk and cool. Maybe, I don't know. And then the design aesthetic has stayed. But we like that. A little bit of history in the brand. That's awesome. Okay, anyway, look at these guys, looking awesome, looking beautiful. I really like this one, actually. It was one of those things where I did a double take. I was scrolling through, I was like, yes, looking good. Probably do helmets, because I'm leaning towards helmets recently. I've got some bareheaded guys, but recently I've been like, no, helmets are cool, man. I like the challenge of painting a face, but like the helmets look good. Anyway, especially for Eldar, right? But yeah, and then so I was looking at the helmeted heads, and I was liking the top knot, this top knot, and this one, but also this one. But this guy, I actually really like this as well. This crest thing. It's just, I don't know, it's different. Love it. And lots of people saying, hey, bad hair days every day in the 41st millennium. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, and look at this. I mention him basically every time I talk about Warhammer, because he's a bit of a world building hero of mine, Jez Goodwin. There's something about his stuff. I even love his sketches. They don't have like the John Blanche has got that very like the Blanchitsu thing going on for him. It's got that beautiful like grimdark feeling and all that kind of stuff. But there's like when you look at the Jez Goodwin sketches, I mean, my dream is to own that book, which is out of print now, so probably a dream I'll never fulfill. But when you look at his sketches, you just feel how much he loves getting into the nitty-gritty details of why this looks like that and why this is this thing and all that kind of stuff. They're just awesome. Absolutely love them. So there you go. It's original. I'm a little bit disappointed we don't have a furry one. I thought I think that might be quite cool, but fur is actually pretty easy to sculpt, isn't it? So maybe there's a little kit bash, perhaps, for someone who's kit bash inclined. James. All right. Enough warlocks. Well, not enough warlocks, but we'll save that for the salt. And I think I'm going to do... So we've done that. I'm going to do this one first. The Corsair. Oh, yes. Just the one for now. We'll see. Maybe something will happen on the room in the modelling and hobby category. Okay, we're doing... Okay, cool. Thank you, Science Pie. So... The Impossible and Holy book. Yes, Baharoth. Baharoth, yeah. I agree. You will do that kit bash, James. Yes, you will. All right. Sorry. I mean, I want to be in the chat, but I also want to look at this guy. Also awesome. I mean, the bird. I love the bird. I'm so jealous that AOS players, which I don't play AOS, but I'm so jealous that the AOS players get all those little creatures and all that kind of stuff, but no, we do. Ha ha! Suck on it. The rest of the 41st millennium, we've got the coolest bird. Croûte are nothing on this guy. Look at it, it's gorgeous. I want more angles. I want to see more of these people, these Corsair folk, a whole new realm of Warhammer coming. I mean, there are Corsair models from a long time ago, but in the contemporary iteration of the 41st millennium, that's a weird sentence, these guys have never made an appearance. And here they are. This guy's looking kind of Drukhari-ish with his armor. I think. Well, no, he's not. I'm looking at him now, and he's just kind of looking in the middle, isn't he? It's this. What is it? It's this. The sword's got some more points than maybe like a Craftworld sword would have, and there's something about the kind of more like armory, like medieval armoriness of like the foot pieces and stuff that's making me think Drukhari. But then it doesn't have nearly enough spikes to be a bondage elf, does he? Let's be honest. So perfect, he's right in the middle. That's where Corsair wants to be. So there's another thing I'm gonna have to spend money on: a bloody kill team box. I want to know what terrain they're going to put in it. That's the thing that I like in those kill team boxes. You get I bought both of them so far, and you get a lot of terrain in them. And then on this one, it's going to be beautiful elves. Who are they going to be fighting? Because there's those rumours, aren't there? And elves in every universe don't like dwarves, do they? I don't know. We'll see. Harlequin sword. Yes, Gilbrago, I think you're exactly right. That is a very Harlequin. So he's representing all the elves of the 41st millennium, and he's got a bird. What's not to love? He's perfect in every way, like all the elves. Okay, here it comes. It's the LVO release. Oh, there he is. He doesn't even fit on the screen. I'd have to zoom out a bit more. Chaos. No, Chaos is in the box, isn't it? Are they going to do Chaos in the kill team box as well? I mean, I'm not missing anything, am I? They haven't released that. We don't know who they're fighting against. Anyway, there he is. The new avatar. He's so gorgeous. It's so good. It's just perfect. I just love it in every way. And my only issue with this is I'm going to have to magnetize heads. I've never had to do that before, because how can I choose? Look at this. Just everything is beautiful. I love the axe. I love the sword. I really love the spear. It's just so good. I've been scheming and plotting in my head how I'm going to paint the fire looks and all that kind of stuff. It's just, man, I'm very much looking forward to whooping some ass with a properly sized avatar. He's just gorgeous. So, Kirioth found a link that it was going to be Chaos Space Marines. Okay, well, there you go. So CSM for that box as well. That seems okay, fine. I think dwarves might have been more fun, but anyway, we'll see where they come from, because it is a strong rumor. It is just so perfect, this guy, by the way. Anyway, there's another model that I am a massive fan of. Look at this boy, Morgan Ra in the house. He's just that is so cool. I feel like they knew what they were doing with this. Like, they were like, I mean, obviously the avatar, but Morgan Ra as well, like saving it for LVO for the big kind of like the big release, because these models are stunning. The cape, I watched Kirioth talk about this model, and he was like, it's pretty edgy, but it's Morgan Ra. I mean, come on, he's got to be edgy. He's the goth elf, the goth craft welder. The blade on that is just like, look at the detail, look at the way it's kind of scalloped and all that, and then the little, not pit marks, I don't know, they look like purposeful holes, but I don't know what they are. They just look freaking awesome. Little dead person on here. Might have to swap that for a Space Marine. And this weird ass dead thing going on here. It's just, I just love it. The details, the fact that they've also kind of slimmed him down a little bit, but he still has that very menacing appearance. The profile, you know, the silhouette is still very like overbearing and kind of like a, you know, I just love it. I mean, as much as I love the Avatar, I love them all equally. You are all my beautiful children, or you will be when you get released, and I buy ya. And this like carapace thing that's going on in the back there, also stunning. Yeah, Morgan Ra, you are a hero. These guys, look at them. So white, so blindingly white. I don't know what the heck paint the heavy metal team used on these guys, but my lord. Put your sunglasses on. We are looking at the shining spears. So glad that these guys have got a proper kit now. I was not big, you know, if you love old Hammer, good on you. And there's a lot of old models that are awesome, but I like having stuff in new plastic. That's my jam, and so glad that these guys have got this update. Love these helmets. Love these helmets. That Spartan kind of thing that's going on there. What are they called? Hippolytes? Hippolytes? Is that what they're called? Spearmen from what's face? And here's a detail that I didn't notice until I was bookmarking all these pages for this. This going on here, can you see that? Did you notice that? They've got like spear stands built into the bike. That is awesome. That is so cool. I love that detail. That pleases me greatly. I can't tell what is the old jet bike kit on this and what is this. This thing is obviously new, but this has got to be changed as well in order to have that. So that means this whole carapace is you know, based on the new one, but sorry, based on the old one but redone, because that's built in on the current jet bike model. So anyway, I guess it's an all new mold. I love the little flags. You need flags on a shining spear. Yeah, another hit for me, another model that I love. And this picture, I'm gonna see if I can, let's see, a little bit bigger. Yes, love this picture. Look at that. I don't have any flyers yet, and I looked at this picture and I was like, damn it, that's another thing I have to buy. I'm gonna have to get some hemlocks and some all the rest of it, because that is beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. James's faves so far are the Rangers on the bikes. Yes. Let me catch up. The Van Damme pose. Yes. Morgan Ra, so good. I follow you on the old Instagram, Baharoth, and that seems to be up your street. I think Morgan Ra's got a place in your collection for sure, and I mean mine too, and everyone's, because he's awesome. And Science Pie never owned Morgan Ra or the Shining Spears, so getting to have them without buying pewter or flying cast is an extra special bonus. 100% agree. Corax white. I mean, it's the whitest Corax white I ever did see. It's just, there's something about that paint job that is just like, and a bit more blunt than the other jetbacks. Okay, yeah, you might be right. Maybe that's kind of a callback to, yeah, I know what you mean. It feels like the nose is a little more kind of, yeah, but I don't know if that's just because of the paint job, because of that blue at the tip. I don't know. We'll see when we get it. Yes, good question, James. What do people love? I mean, I love it all. If I had to pick a favourite, I don't know. No, I love them all. I can't pick a favourite. I love them all. Okay, well, those are, unless I'm missing something, I'm going stream mad. I think those are all the official releases. But yeah, that was it. That's the releases. That's what we got to look forward to. But you can't have your dessert until you've eaten your dinner. So you need to get through your backlog. Let's have a quick look on here on the Webway weekend to see what's going on. have a quick look through right from the top here. This is from today. Science Pie's got some Wraith Boys on the go. Loving it, loving it. I've seen this bad boy. Can I get it bigger? There you go. On Instagram. That's very, very cool. That's a different head. I didn't notice that before. Nice. That's even more of a kit bash than I realized. Oh yeah, and the arms. So from that AOS model, it's just the body, is it, Baroth? And the big ostentatious neck thing? I don't know. Very cool though. Love the kit bash. Love the kit bash. And it's a solitaire, which is, I like a lady solitaire. I've not seen one of them, so a nice little bit of a Slaneshi detail coming out there. Yes, love it. That is gorgeous. Doc Unseelie, whoever you may be. That is a nice paint job. Look at that, folks. Whew. Beautiful. Nice gems. Nice patternings. Love it. Science Pie will be bashing an Awtark Skyrunner from the, I'm assuming that was the what's face kit, the Shining Spears kit. Talk about old hammer. Who's this? Sorry, this was Lurcio or Lurcio 16. I've not seen this guy before with a tiny head. Look at that head to leg ratio on that sucker. Oh man, old hammer, there is something about you. Beautiful, love it. Some big old chappies. Yeah, body and collar from the AOS model, very nice. Pop open these guys. Gorgeous color scheme. This was Gilbrago. Love it. That is a really, really teal, man. Or yeah, that's more teal than cyan, isn't it? Teal's got a bit more green in it, I think. On the bodies, really, really gorgeous, beautiful color. Yes, but you need to finish them, sir. And chatty chats. I'm not going to do too much chatty chats because otherwise we have chatty chats all over the place. Boltec. Oh yeah, I am working on some of these bad boys at the moment, and yours is looking gorgeous. That's the kind of, I'm doing quite a different color scheme on my guys, but that's the kind of more classic white, although nice little bit of purple on the cloth. I love these models, and I have a very fine friend who forced me to buy a whole squad of them because he bought me Irilith. I can't say that name out loud, but yes. Jade Green from Vallejo on these guys. Yeah, I think I've got that. Not that one. Jade Green. Really? Is it that one? That looks really different. Still looks beautiful. Okay, so yes, we looked at those guys, and of course more Wraith Boys. That's awesome. Look at that, all that weathering around the thing, and then oh my lord, you guys are so good. I'm jealous. Yes, beautiful. Wraith Boys, gorgeous, cool. All right. So keep on posting what you're working on, or works in progress, or things that you need to get through, so that we have nice clean desks ready for all of our new plastic that will be coming. Well, who knows, but hopefully end of next month, maybe. That's what I've heard. And we're going to move over into just pure old hobbies. So I'm going to switch over to this view. Ta-da! And I'm going to pull out my paints. Oof, my wet palette. What's this? What are we looking? Jade Green on top of the Sear Grey. So great. Honestly, think you've just sold a pot of that Jill straight in my basket. Thanks. I don't know what that means, but I like it anyway. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of watering of the wet palette. In order to keep a healthy wet palette, you must water it regularly. Is that you? So Louis, were you the Wraith Boys, or were you the tank, or were you what were you, Louis? Because we have, I think we have people have different handles on the different platforms. So make sure we know who we're talking about. And I need a wet palette paper from back here. Is that wet enough? Yeah, that's wet enough. This is one of my favourite bits of the paint kind of prepping moment. I love that little curl. Because I don't like it curling, I like the bit that comes after it. The wraiths, yes. Science Pie is buying a pot. Gil Brawl, go and then Gil. Okay, yes. Now I get it. Now I understand. Sorry, that's me being slow and stupid. So that means, Louis, you are Apotheos on Discord. I will try and remember that. I'm not the best with names, as we've already seen today, but Grazo on Reddit. Okay, yeah. Reddit is different because when I first started my Reddit account, I was kind of ambiguous about it as a platform. I didn't know if I was going to stay on there or not. I signed up to ask questions on some subreddit or something, I think. So I just have this generic, like some initials and a number or something. And I regret that now because you can't change your name on Reddit. And now I've just got like this forgettable generic name. And it doesn't match any of my other things. Oh, I've done a good job of wetting my keyboard there. Never mind. All right, what I'm working on today, I didn't upload a picture because I have to use my phone for this overhead shot. I was all set up, and I was like, oh, I didn't take a photo of what I'm working on. So, but you're gonna see me painting because I'm the person who's on the screen anyway. So there you go. This is what I'm working on. If James is still around, he will be pleased to see me working on these because he's had to fight these in games. I mean, he's not fighting plastic. He's had to tackle these boys in games many times, and I'm very naughty, and sometimes I've never played Grey. I have never played Grey, but I have played when I've been really desperate to try a model or wanted more squads and didn't have enough time to paint them. I have played things that are at this level, and that is bad form, so I'm going to try and stop that. Yeah, this is what we're working on today in the GRG Miniatures land. These little bad boys, who doesn't look like they're getting new sculpts from the rumours, and that's fine. They're pretty cool. Oh, I didn't do the salt, did I? Okay, if you got salt about any of the new releases or anything about the new releases, you have a small window now. Cheers, by the way. To keeps my hands steady. To do your salt. So do a little bit of salt. If you've got any salt, salt it out. Get out your system, and we'll see. I'm going to drink some water too. I'm a responsible boy. Yes, I know it's embarrassing. I know I'm an awful human being for playing it. Proper workhorses, indeed. Oh, and this is the Dire Rangers. That is. This is something that is nice. So, well, I'm going to have a moment. Do your salt because there's the delay. So I'm not going to hang around and wait for the salt. I'll jump back and respond to the salt if necessary. But if you want to do salt, if no one has any salt, all the better. That's awesome. No salt is great. Salt, but I've just seen salt. Okay, anyway, let me talk about this quickly, and you guys get the salt out of the way. So. Broken Toad make my favourite paintbrushes, and then I saw that they were doing this. You do salt, I'm having a non-Eldar moment. One of my absolute favourite films from when I was a kid, I haven't watched it in ages to be fair, was Dark Crystal, which I think probably 40k players can relate to because it's just crazy world building, 80s glorious, magnificent weirdness. Jim Henderson just being Jim Henderson, not in silly mode, in like fantasy awesome mode. And I really just love these guys. The slower ones, and the Skeksis are cool, but I love these guys so much. They're just like I wanted one as like a grandfather or something. So when I saw Broken Toad were teamed up with Jim Henson's studio and were doing Dark Crystal models, I did have to splurge and get one. They weren't actually that expensive, but and I want more experience painting larger scale things because it's fun and interesting and it teaches you a lot about painting. So I went ahead, pardon me, and treated myself to this Awtark the Scribe, and he's gorgeous. And I just put him together today, but no, I don't want to put him down there. I'll put him up here. I also sort of treated myself again, which I really shouldn't. And got some more brushes because, as I say, they make my favourite brushes, and I buy the sable ones. And I don't want to get into it, but I'm sort of ambiguous about using fur brushes. I'd rather not if I can get away with it, but they are so good. And anyway, won't go into that too much. But they do make Broken Toad, not a sponsor. I have no sponsors. I make no money. Broken Toad do synthetic brushes as well, and this is an absolutely new set of brushes. I have not touched. I took one out and I dipped it in water and I tested its tip. Steady on, and just to see, like, you know, springiness and kind of how the tip was and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be trying these out today and seeing how they are as brushes. Okay, let's get to see what kind of salt we have. Louis has some salt. He became greedy and now wants more releases. That is my only grief. Yes. I mean, there is salt about certain aspect warriors not getting any attention yet. So we'll see. Science Spy does not have a single problem with any of the new models. That might change when you see the RRP. Oh yes. Oh no. Prices. Oh god. It's going to be so expensive to be in the hobby as an Eldar player this year. Never mind. Deep breaths. We'll work out a way. We have no new spiders coming. This makes me very salty. Yeah. Well, I mean, my take is that there's no way they would have done all of this work on the range and then just gone, okay, but we're not going to design the rest and prepare the molds and stuff. I just think they're staggering it for marketing purposes. That's my take. I think if I was going to be overly optimistic, and this is a 100% opinion founded on absolutely no facts whatsoever, but I think we might see more aspects over the course of the year. In the same way that the Sisters got this big wave and then they got pieces that kind of just kept on rolling and rolling, or the Necrons for their big release. You know, they had the big wave when 9th Ed came out, but then they got like pieces and parts as it rolled on. So I think that's where it's at. So be salty about it for now, sir, but you never know. You might get lucky with the warp spiders soon. And yes, James, it is a cool model. And I did not watch the Netflix Dark Crystal series because I use my parents' Netflix account, and like every person in their 30s should, thank you very much. It's our right as millennials to use our parents' Netflix accounts. And I don't know the password. My partner knows the password, and so we're signed in on the computer in the other room, and there's no way I'm going to convince him to watch the Dark Crystal. Love him to bits and pieces, but that's not his jam, so I haven't watched it yet, but I will. I will. Ooh, let's delete that. I don't know, can someone explain to me what these, I don't understand what those posts are. That's why it's not going there, because Science Spy is BRBing, and I can't do it from here. I wonder if I can do it from here. I'm going to delete you, Russian friend, because I know that's a spam post from previous live streams. I just don't understand why they post that. I don't know what that means. Is it a URL? Anyway, certainly don't do anything with it. Yeah, I don't understand. Anyway, I've deleted the message now, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. Broken Toad are great. Brushes, use them for oil paints. Oh my. My experience is that the oil paints like eat through my brushes faster than acrylics, so I've been very reticent about using my nice brushes with oils. I mean, I got a set of Squidmars brushes out of curiosity when he did those, so I use them for that now, but that's because I prefer the Broken Toad ones, so I'm not as attached to the Squidmar ones. Anyway, can't get everything at once. They have to spread it all out. That is a good reason to be salty. I mean, you know, GW got to get paid, you know, they've got to make their money, so they will do the marketing thing. I wonder what it's like in GW between the like artsy-fartsy GWers and the marketing guys. I mean, that's a challenge in every company, right? But I wonder how the artsy ones feel about some of the policies for releases and stuff. Anyway, that is the end of salt. I mean, it's not really. You can be salty if you want. Just don't overload with salt, because we've got so much to be happy with. And I do sometimes get into forums and stuff and go, why are people complaining? We're finally getting the release, guys. We're finally getting it. It's here. Okay. Use the synthetics for the oil paints. Gotcha. That is something that I'm thinking. If I'm going to use it tonight with acrylics, see what I think, and then if they transition into my oil brushes, so be it. Okay. So. How am I painting these? Well, I've got one. Here's one I prepared earlier. I did start work on this guy. It's just the classic. That's very bright there. Just dim it for a second. There we go. And where is he? There he is. I painted this ages ago, so and I was not happy with it as I was doing it because I didn't go in with a plan. So I'm not really pleased with the shading and stuff. But I do want to go with the classic DA kind of look of the white heads and the blue, and you know, I like the crests like that. I like those colours and what have you. So it's something along these lines. But that means there's just a better way to do the white. I have a video on how to do white, and here I am humming and hawing about how to do white. The issue is that I want temperature contrast, so I want the white heads to be warm. So I have to build up from a warm white colour. What paints shall we use today? Let's put you up there. The greys. Oof. There will be a little bit of me turning my back here, but never mind. Let's try some of this, I think. Posh paints. They are good. I like them. What have we got? My WNS go nowhere near the oils. Yeah, okay. I don't think the departments talk that much. Wouldn't be so surprised. Oh, Science Pie. Is that why you were BRBing? Because you went to go make something silver? That's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah. I've got the Discord open, so I'm responding to something in the Discord if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about. Science Pie's just done some basing done in Runefang Steel during new models chat. Very nice. Yes, post your works in progress if you can do so. If you've got, you know, quick means to do so. Buff. You know what? Actually, no, I'm changing my mind. Heavy skin tone is where we're going to start, because it's going to be vibrations. Sorry. I'm using heavy skin tone because I'm doing light colours over dark, and I need something with some kind of covering power. And I think this Vallejo heavy skin tone is not bad at covering. It's still not mixed. So, there we go. How do you paint the smooth white on the new Shining Spears? Science Pie thinks it is White Scar layer paint. Yeah, I don't know. I would do it with an airbrush. So if you've got an airbrush, it's not so hard to get smooth coverings. You just got to do lots of layers. It's the same thing with a regular brush. Put the beer behind the water. It's probably a more sensible thing to do. Very thin layers, over and over and over and over again. Being aware of your brush strokes helps as well. Trying to keep them kind of uniform. But yeah, unfortunately it's just going slow and layering it up, I think, for very, very smooth finishes, because you have to use a watered down paint to avoid getting obvious brush strokes. and if you water down your paint, it becomes more transparent, and so then you have to use more layers. And I think the layers interacting with each other also helps keep things smooth. All right, we're going in. I say all that, and I'm now just gonna like slap on undiluted paint. So we'll see how smooth I can get this. What am I doing with the faces? They're staying blue. Yeah, I thought so. Cool. I don't want to use water. I'm trying to get into the habit of using mediums to thin my paints, and actually that is very thick, so glaze medium from Volley Hole. Craft World, best world. Yes, Lady Space Patrol, I agree. Craft World is best world. There you go. So why am I trying to get into the habit of using medium? Because I live in a hard water area, and I genuinely do find the medium makes a difference. It makes the paint go on smoother, more consistent. It doesn't break as quickly on the wet palette if I'm mixing, a lot of it. Yeah, just seems like a better option. Although obviously, a little pricier, but a little pricey. It's probably a hell of a lot pricier. Can you imagine what the price difference between glaze medium and water from your tap is? Rather large, one suspects. Okay. Stream going so well. We got a Russian bot post. Yeah, we got one just in your you naughty moderator. You just on your BRB. We got a Russian bot post. So, which I deleted. When I was saying I don't understand what those are about. It's like letters and a dot and letters. So I assume it's a URL of some description. Obviously, never followed it, but I can't imagine what they are gaining from behaving like that. I feel like, I think that I'm not concentrating, so I've got a big blob of that. Never mind. I feel like the Exodites and the Craft Welders are like on the same page. I don't know what the law says, but that's what I think. I feel like because they culturally they come from the same impetus, right? Which was the desire to leave the hedonistic pre-fall Eldari empire, seeing the writing on the wall and getting out of there. Which is another one of my bugbears, is when people say, Eldar birthed a chaos god. Well, I mean, yes, but not the Eldar we're talking about. Not Craft Welders. They buggered off. They were like, this isn't going well. This isn't going to end well. And they got out there before the birth of Slaanesh. So, if everyone had listened to Craft Welders, we'd still be living under, surely, wonderful Eldari rule. With the best tunes and the best poetry and the best, craft candles. I imagine there's a candle maker on a craft world that makes the most beautiful scented candles. Sells them on whatever the Eldar equivalent of Etsy is. We're definitely in painting mode because I am chatting shit. My apologies to you poor bastards who have to listen to me. Let's have a look at this. Can't use tap water, too much chalk. Yeah. If anyone's looking for amazing Exodite lore, the Necron book The Infinite and the Divine has some amazing Exodite world building. I'm going to check that out. I think was it you that recommended that to me the other day? Someone did. I was talking about what's a good book to read for Eldar? And I think it was you, Science Spy, who said that one that I can't remember after seeing it 3 seconds ago. Pardon me. Pre-Craft World, yes. And certainly not the Drukhari. No one likes the Drukhari except the Drukhari. It's fine if you play them. This is, you know, we'll accept any elves. Tonight. Dun dun dun. I've never been into the Drukhari, I won't lie. I'm a craft world boy through and through. And a little bit of, you know, I've got got a couple of space clowns, harlequins on my shelf. Bam 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 ba-di-di-di. Yes, it was you. I thought so. Yeah. I do need to check that out. I currently have the first Horus Heresy book on Audible, and it is. Should I be ashamed to admit this? I don't think so. It is my very first Black Library book, except for the short story collection that you got free at some point. I can't remember when that was. And maybe, I don't know, some bits and bots here and there but all short story stuff. It's the first Black Library novel I've ever read. I'm listening to the first Horus Heresy book, First Traitor, is it called? I think. I've only just started it, so no opinions yet. Seems fine. And then I do want to listen to the Word Bearer one, which is whatever that's called. Nope, forgotten. Because don't tell anyone, but I've got a Word Bearer army as well. And I really like the lore behind Lorgar. Good name for lore as well. Lorgar, Master of the Lore. So I want to check that out. But then I will listen to let me find the name. The Infinite and the Divine, that's right. The Infinite. It's a good title. GW got some good 2-word titles for like their releases and that kind of thing. What else am I painting white? Okay, those bits of that. And bits and bats of that. Okay. What do you think of the new Corsair model? We love the new Corsair model. We were looking at it earlier. Must have been before you got in, Mr. Wildfish. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's just nice. It's a different flavour of elf. It's not 100% craft world. It's not 100% Drukhari. It's not 100% Harlequin. It's exactly what you want. It looks like a pirate, and he's got a frickin' bird. How can you not love that he has a frickin' bird? Boom, boom, boom. A very dynamic bird too. I wonder if the bird is going to be represented in rules. I mean, I'm sure it'll be represented in Kill Team rules, but will it be represented in 40k rules? And if so, how? What the? Attack bird. This model performs shooting action on something within 12 inches. Roll a d6. On a 5-up, the target model suffers 1 mortal wound because it got attacked by a frickin' bird. Do 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 do. Sculpting skills. Oh yes, Akaimi. Is that a Japanese thing? Akaimi could mean, what could it mean? It could mean red fruit. It could mean red meaning. Japanese is my secret skill. It's probably an anime reference that I don't know because I don't watch anime. 5+ attacks. Inquisitor Corsair Cyber Eagle, aka the reason I run him for over any other Inquisitor. Oh, the birds of 40k. I did not know that there was a... I mean, the Imperium would get it first, wouldn't they? That's me being salty. Shh. Oh no! Boop, 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 boop. It's clean up time. I am loving this brush, actually, by the way. First impression review of Broken Toad's synthetic brushes, the Fugazi Mark II. These are awesome brushes. it's feeling very much like a sable brush to me, in its responsiveness, and it's how much paint it's holding and all that. Awesome. If attacking Space Marines does 2 mortal wounds in addition, yeah! Because no one likes the Space Marines. I just painted Space Marines. I probably shouldn't say that. I was literally painting Space Marines on Friday. I'll do a plug now, and that will be it. No more plugs after that. I have a new video coming out on Monday that involves painting Space Marines, but I think it is a very useful technique for painting in general, and you should check it out. Yeah. Oh, another thing, I don't know if people have done this. This is definitely not plugging. This is just to share the love. Hit the like button, because that means that it'll pop up on people. You never know. There might be some random Eldar player sitting at home on a Saturday night going, "You've got nothing to do," and then they'll see the live stream because you hit the like button. So yeah, I'm not into the YouTube like and subscribe stuff, but that is how the algorithm works. So if you want people to see the live stream, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want people to see the live stream, what are you doing here? You crazy diamond. Okay. I'm doing what I always do on stream. I never really focus on what I'm painting, but I'm doing like base coats and stuff, so that's fine. Bum bum bum. Let's have a little drink of water. Oh, science pie. You old charmer, you. Yeah, definitely hit the like button because I think it's nice. My involvement aside, I think this is a really nice idea. I don't know if it's Science Pie's idea originally, but anyway, from our Eldar team, to do these hobby hangouts is absolutely awesome, because what are we here for? Well, we're here for plastic crack, but we're also here for the good times and making friends, chatting shit, having fun. That's what the hobby's all about. So yeah, the more the merrier in these kinds of situations, right? Spread the word. They're going to be monthly if everything goes well and people enjoy it and all the rest of it. Then the plan is at the end of every month to have a little get together. And the end of next month might be quite exciting, according to certain rumours. Well, they said, didn't they, that the Eldritch Omens Box, GW have said this is going to be available for pre-order in February. Now, that could mean all sorts of things. That might mean that on February 28th, I'm assuming it's not a leap year this year, on February 28th they open the pre-order, or it could mean that we have beautiful boxes of lovely miniatures on our desks for the one at the end of next month. Who knows? Let's just see how the timing works out, but it'll still be exciting because we'll either have just ordered our boxes and we'll be very excited about how we're going to paint them, or we will have them already and we'll be very excited about how we are painting them. So, and hopefully by that point I've worked out what the hell I want to do with those shroud runners to get the camo, the like digital camo look on them. Dee 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 bum bum. Yes, 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 yes. By the way, in terms of timing for tonight, I'll hang out as long as people want to hang out, more or less. We can't go on too late because I'll fall asleep. But and I know hopefully where are people viewing from? Actually, we have an international audience today. Let me know in the comments. don't even know how many of you there are, to be honest. I'm just seeing chats go by. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Speaking of chats, let's catch up. Space Elf Pirate used bird. It's super effective. Yes. Gonna have to get me some of these brushes, old paint. Yes. We've seen that. Yes, jump into the Discord to post what you are working on, although I mean you must be busy working on it hopefully, but take a quick snap with the phone, throw it in there, let's have a look. That's the only thing about these kinds of hangouts is this I don't know how I feel about it. Anyway, the reason we have the Discord thing open is so that we can interact on that level, so do throw stuff in there because I would love to see that. And whenever we get to a natural sort of end feeling of this, I mean I think 11 at the latest I'm going to say, otherwise my husband might be cross. I spent the whole weekend preparing for the stream, worrying about the stream, and then doing the stream. Yeah, we're going to have a look at what we've been working on so far at the end, and see how much progress we've made. So, what else? Our elder likes to focus on keeping a community feeling, and this is a very natural extension of that. Our sincerest thanks to all who've been able to attend. Yes. See, Science Spy, this is why you're a moderator. You know what to say. Beautifully stated, sir. Okay, it means that GW is prepared to open the bag and request our money for our new beautiful elves, and they can take my money. Yes, it does. I can't remember what that's in reference to, but it is a very astute observation. Okay, they are ready to take our money, like some kind of space pirate. And let's see tomorrow if they announce the pre-order for next weekend. That might be a little bit of hopium going on there, sir, or madam. I guess that's a fairly gender-neutral name, isn't it? Louise. It's got an E for the female version. Anyway, yes. I don't think so. But you never know. It'll be nice. I think they might do a little more kind of hyping before we get to the actual announcement, but who knows? We'll see. UK, Mr. Wellfish in the UK. Gilbragol is from Denmark. I got married in Denmark. Thank you very much for your kind marriage things on a little island called Ærøskobin. Probably butchering the pronunciation there. So, peeking in from the US East Coast, Akaimi. Yes, from the East Coast. Okay, cool. I was just working out times and stuff in my head there, but so you guys are you're lucky you got a nice kind of like after lunch before dinner kind of time for you guys, isn't it? So that's nice. France, so definitely a Louis then, I'm assuming, not a Lewis. Scotland, Science Spy, yes indeed. Canada, nice. And we're getting some stuff. Oh, who is working on that? Oh my, I almost want to stop and ogle at this now, but we'll do it later. We'll keep things in line because I need to paint these guys a bit more. Yes, people are posting up. So yeah, get your WIPs in the Discord chat. And my paint is even drying. I'm talking for so long. What a naughty boy. Never mind. I'm lucky enough to have a fair amount of hobby time to work on things. So if I don't get loads done tonight, it's not going to be the end of the world. Dee da da dum, boop boop boo. Although since I've started making videos, I find more and more that I'm painting things for videos, and that is cool. I do like making the videos. I am only making them because I enjoy doing it, but it means that my little elves have got a bit neglected recently. Because these boys, I'm not right now, nothing in my elf backlog, which is actually only these models and one more, but nothing in my elf backlog is gonna involve any like amazing techniques or anything worth making a video about. Here's me layering some acrylic paints. I don't think we need more of that. Boop boop boo. Except for in live streams. Live streams are all about the hanging out, right? Claim he's in Florida. Shockingly cold, goodness me. And the friends in the north are suffering. Yes, I have heard that you guys have got serious weather going on the east coast. Take care, friends in the northeast of America, the United States thereof. James did just move to Edinburgh, the naughty boy. Who am I going to play Warhammer 40,000 with now, James? How is it going? How is it going, my hobby buddy? Are we having a bonny time in Scotland? I do hope so. You got more space to paint and all that kind of stuff, haven't you? I know that. Gonna come visit you soon. Hee hee. What happens if I just turn up at yours, mate? What will you do? With my with my Tupperwares of army in one hand and an overnight bag in the other hand. I've come to play Warhammer 40,000. Can I come in, please? Painting orcs. Well, hang on a second. If we're painting orcs, can I work through this? This bastard has been sat in my pile of shame. I'm proud that my pile of shame is pretty small, but this man over here, this chappie, makes it significantly bigger just by existing. Takes up a lot of space. Those big minis, it's not that I find them intimidating per se, but they're just like, it feels like a commitment to sit down and paint them much more than it does to sit down and even like to speed paint like 40 rats or something. Feels like less of a commitment than sitting down and painting a big model for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, yes, very naughty. Although the orcs and the Eldar do have the same parents, so I suppose we will forgive you for that. Where are we? Southwest James Ayrshire. Hope the move went well. Beautiful city. It is a beautiful city. Let's all be jealous that James EJ lives in very beautiful Edinburgh. Bum bum bum. Swoop swoop. Swoop swoop. What else is going on? So which craft world do you believe will be the go one? What do you mean by go one, Gilbragel? Do you mean the one that will go, that will be squatted, or do you mean like the go-to one, the one that people will play? That's what you mean, isn't it? You mean the go-to one. You mean like which is the one that people are going to play when the new rules come out? God alone knows. I hope they've been. I've heard. I'm not a very rulesy person. I just play for fun. But my impression has been that they've been better at internal balancing, at least, if not broad balancing of the game. So I really hope that they're all playable. I'm gonna play Ulthwaite or maybe custom craft worlds. So that's my jam. Whatever it is. But it's kind of sucky if you've painted up a beautiful, Bieltan army, and then the rules are kind of naff for you. That's like, that's no fun for anyone. So I really hope that they've balanced them all so that there's something you can do, some way to make it feel, at least for games with your friends and stuff. I mean, whatever the meta scene wants to do, that's up to those guys. But yeah. Bum 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 bididdly doo. Yes, so we've already established that Science Pie is a filthy traitor, helping the Green Tide. Very nice city. You'd be very welcome to stay in the storeroom. Well, someone's got a storeroom, I note. Well, very nice for people who don't live in southeast London and pay a gajillion bloody pounds for a cupboard. 5 minutes salt in the chat room for the price of rent in cities. I'm very lucky to have a room. I mean, it's my everything room. It's my work office. It's my hobby space. It's my streaming studio. But I have a room that I can. I mean, that's more than a lot of people have. So I'm not really salty. Bum bum bum. Sam Hain with all the new jet bike goodness, maybe. Yes, that's true, and they are going to probably pump the rules on those bikes, because that is the way, or at least they'll cut the points, because you got to sell some plastic. What else have we got going on? Go to, yeah, hope custom craft worlds rock. Yes, definitely. I have a whole big wodge of custom lore that even explains why my guys look like whatchamacallits. They look like Ulthway. But if I don't want them to be, I play them as something else, and I have a reason for that. Because, come on, I mean, who's not going to play what's the face crafters and the one that makes you hide? Can you tell I haven't played in a little while? Yeah. Masters of Concealment and Master Crafters. There you go. That's what I was looking for. There's one other one, isn't there, for custom craft worlds? It's pretty good. Okay, that looks okay for a first layer. Anything else? Oh, this here. I always paint a dedicated Codex faction. That's why I'm painting new guys custom craft world to leave my options open. My oh my, that is dedication. I like that idea though. I am super tempted to just like go screw it. I want to paint the colours I want to paint and just, you know, do a custom craft world, because I don't want to. I don't know. Well, anyway, I've got I've got a video coming out, as I said, and I found a kind of technique whilst I was working on that video that ended up with this color scheme that I really like. And I'm like, oh, I want to paint elves like this, but I think I'm going to stay true to my Ulthway roots, but I don't know. Although the nice thing about Eldar is that you've got all of the these guys, whatchamacallits? I can never remember my words when I stream, or when I talk generally. You've got all the aspect warriors, right? So you do have space to play with color, even if you are, you know, away from your craft world colors anyway. So maybe I'll just hold on for aspect warrior models, and that's where I will explore my colorful side. Okay, Bieltan for Gilbragol, for Mr. Old Paint, Baharoth, Cry of the Old Paint. Congrats, by the way, in person. I sent you a little message, you know, commented, but on winning. We have a prize winner in our midst, ladies and gentlemen. Old Paint, aka Baharoth, Cry of the Old Paint, from Instagram. Pardon me. From Instagram. Won the 28 magazine. It's called 28 magazine, right? Prize, as you may have seen if you watch Albert Ian's videos, or if you're just on Instagram, or you read 28 magazine, for female Space Marine conversions, and it was well deserved. It was a beautiful, amazing thing. So go check that out. Check him out on Instagram. Very cool kit bashes and stuff. So congrats, mate. Louis is gonna go make some tea. Good on ya. Well, love you, I mean, Eldrad is just hands down my favourite character from the 40k universe. I think I can't deny it. I just fucking love that guy. He's my daddy. Custom craft rolls is fun as heck to design, and I've had great time coming up with a pattern for them in the coming days that makes me happy. Good on you. Did I see that? Did you post something about that somewhere? I feel like I saw someone post something about a custom craft world rune recently that did look very cool, so if that was you, nice. Mix some Circus Elves with the new models. Yeah, that's very cool. Mungo Hammer. Okay. A man of many names indeed. Where is he? I want to look at Eldritch. Oh god, I'm going to fall over. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Looking forward to mixing. Yes, mixing up custom craft rolls. Yeah, people. Yeah, I mean, it is cool. So many options. There he is, Eldrad. Oh, could you not love this guy? I went a little bit extra on the base there, didn't I? Oops. But look at him. Oh, he's so bloody beautiful. I love this model. I love this character. I love that his bones are turning to frickin' crystals because he's like, no, like insanely ancient. Just, oh, yes, Eldrad. I love that he has this weird 41st millennium, like, amorality, or anyway, and yeah, anyway, I just think he's awesome. There's just something about Papa Eldrad that does it for me. Bonk. With his power stance. Jazz hand, but just one. The single jazz hand of Eldrad. Alright, we're getting excited now. Eldrad was in the room. It made me happy. Looking forward to mixing. Yes, done that. Hello, got 500 points left from his Eldar army. The pen seems to have joined us from 7th Ed. Woohoo! I colour strip them and paint them again, but this time in my mirror. Nice. My mirror is very pretty as a colour scheme and cool lore as well. So, Alex Parker is in the room. Yes, he is indeed. Very hyped with the release coming. As are we all, my good friend. As are we all. What else is going on? Kaimi hasn't posted yet. The colours are very fall autumn. Okay, and look, can we do have a Discord server. If you want to give us a little sneak peek, we don't have a Discord server. We have a room in the Eldar Discord. I'm sure you've seen the link to that. Oranges, reds, yellows haven't settled on the emblem yet. Well, you will get there, my friend. Can't change the name. Yep, me too. I really, really wish, but they've probably set that as the unique ID in their database, like a bunch of fools. When they, I can't blame them. It was a long time ago that Reddit came into being, which is probably why. But it's weird to me. No, but you could still do it. I don't know why they don't do it. It's just very common nowadays to be able to change your display name. So why not do that? Because you've got that weird, like the display name you can change on Reddit that you literally don't see unless you look at one specific small bit of someone's profile, which is a very strange choice. Don't know why they did that. Oh, thanks, Science Pie. That was very kind of you to say. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that model. That was quite a while ago that I painted that, but it was one of those models. You have these, don't you, where you feel like I have leveled up. You finish the project and you're like, hang on, I've gotten better at this all of a sudden. I'm very much a believer in stepwise progress for basically all skills. You jump up and then you plateau for a little while, and then you jump up and then you plateau for a little while. I've never felt a particularly smooth curve on any skill I've developed any bloody skills. You know what I mean? Anything I've ever worked on. But yeah, that model definitely felt like one of those leaps up to a new plateau when I worked on him, because I wanted to do him right. And actually the majority of the work, I randomly woke up at like 5 a.m. on a summer day one time. I'm not normally an early riser, so that's very early for me, and I was like, oh, I feel really awake. I've got loads of time before I have to do anything. I'm going to work on that Eldrad model. And that was when most of the work happened, in this like fever morning session of painting. So yeah. Bum bum bum. Big man, so good. Love the rocks. Thank you very much. Yes, the rocks. There was, and then so I posted that on Instagram ages ago. When I'd first painted it, and someone was like, oh, that's a callback to the old like rock smash psychic power, isn't it? And I was like, yeah. I did not know of this psychic power, but there's some psychic power from a previous edition that was like, you hit them in the head with a giant rock. So there you go. Beep, 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 beep. I'll just take on the best dad, thank you. Hey, yeah, the pen. Hey, yeah. I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race recently, on and off. I mean, I've been peering over my husband's shoulder as he watches it. And I've never watched it before, but there's one of the people in the season we just watched was saying, hey, yeah. And then I finally got why all my friends at gay bars were speaking like that for a while. All right. What else have we got? Yet another reason I'm not taking the Ulfway path with the new models is they were the first army I painted, and I'm a much better painter now, and they look bizarre. Yeah, I know that feeling. I look at my very first Dire Avengers and I'm like, oh, I want to strip you. And not like that. Because they aren't pretty. But, actually, my friend James is in the chat tonight, or was. I don't know if he's still with us, James. He was like, don't strip them. They are a relic. So I didn't strip them. And now I have ugly models. Bum bum bum. Oh no! Speaking of stripping, Kaimi has stripped all his models so he cannot show us his autumn theme. Well, never mind. I'm sure we will see it at the next hobby hangout perhaps, or posted to our Eldar, or posted to the Eldar Discord. And that will be a good time for all. Because autumn themed looks are fire. They're very pretty. I did sort of autumn themed Sylvaneth. I said I don't collect that. That wasn't for my personal army. That was for something else, a very different project. But yeah. I had a lot of fun picking all my yellows and oranges and reds to do the little leavies and all that. What have we got going on? Eldrad and Jane's are for months and months in the pile of shame, getting psyched for the new release. Yes, this is why we are here, Frank. We are here to clear the pile of shame. Use the power of the hype to clear the pile of shame. Banish it into the warp. Don't banish it into the warp. Paint it so that it looks nice. Bum bum ba-dum bum. We got some things coming. Okay, should we do a little... Okay, you know what? We're going to do it because people are chatting in there as well. So we're going to take a little Discord peek and see what people are working on, since I'm doing a hack job of painting anyway. To do that, I need to push this button. Bum. Dee, dee, dee. So, where did we get to? Science Pie has done some base coats in silver. Very exciting to see where this is going. Very nice. Nice clean silver. We've got a lovely Howling Banshee from Mr. Wild. Say if we look at your model and you want to make yourself known, people have different usernames on the different platforms. Don't just say that's mine, because the delay will mean that I won't know who's talking when. So say like that Banshee is mine or something like that. And I don't think anyone's working on exactly the same thing, but if you notice that, then say, oh, the Banshee with the red hair is mine. Oh, hang on. They've all got red hair, haven't they? Not necessarily. But anyway, there you go. Lovely Banshee, looking gorgeous. Those Banshee models are also beautiful. Yeah, it's very nice. And this is what I got excited about before, is that someone posted this! Weren't we just talking about how awesome the avatar was? Well, here he is! in a previous incarnation, perhaps, but still. Lovely. A little bit of old school cool. Why not? So there he is, red, and then the orange over the top. This is how you do your fire, folks. So thank you very much to who posted this, Caradrill, because this is good knowledge for all those new avatars that are coming out. They are overbrushing with progressively darker fire tones. Beautiful, beautiful. And is he going to take us all the way? Yeah, basically. And then your last spot there is a sort of overbrushy, dry brushy over black. Gorgeous. Oh, and we got one more there. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Love it. So fiery. The power. I'm trying to avoid reading too much. Reading too much in the other chat, because it'll get crazy if we have double chats going on. So forgive me, friends, if I feel it seems like I'm ignoring you in there. Say what you have to say in here too, in YouTube land, because otherwise my brain will melt, having to keep hold of too many straws. Right. Boom, boom, boom. Painting a little man in this Vallejo heavy skin, which is actually a base for a warm white when I get there. More chats. He sounds wise. My question is, who sounds wise, James? Throw an autumn elves into the world as soon as I get them going. I'd consider buying some AOS tree boys to use for my Wraith Guard. Yeah, I've seen a few of those Exodite Wraith boys, Wraith Blades, or Wraith Guard, based off of the Happy Tree Friends, and they always look very cool. She, her. Bum bum bum. Yeah, that's my bad. 100%. My apologies. It's a bad habit in the hobby. I think we don't have a lot of, let's be frank, there's not a lot of women in Warhammer compared to men. I look at my YouTube statistics sometimes out of curiosity, and so far, at least, according to YouTube statistics, 100% of the people who've watched my videos are male. I'm sure that's just a rounding error, but that goes to show. But yes, my sincere apologies, Akaimi. I did not mean to make you a man. Bad hobby habit. Time to be a rebel and do the avatar in different fire color, maybe blue. Yep. A nice gassy kind of fire. Gassy doesn't sound appealing, but you know what I mean. Yeah, why the heck not? I'm terrible. I'm very conservative with a lot of my like big character models and stuff, because there's something in me that's like, I want to get it like right. I want to, but then I'll paint it up in a sort of more conservative color scheme. Not like I don't attempt to, and I couldn't if I wanted to. I don't paint heavy metal style, but I frequently do pretty conservative color schemes, and then I go onto like Instagram or Reddit and I see people's like creative color schemes, and I'm like, damn it, why didn't I? That looks so cool. So yes, bring on the blue avatar, I say. Purple fire of doom. What about beige fire? Would you like to paint the model beige? That's what I'm doing. Bum bum bum, ba da da dum, pew pew pew. Do do do, do 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 do. We're into the little humming to ourselves portion of the live stream, in case you're curious. Bam, bam. I really have a plan to take Bone Daddy Morgan and make him autumn coloured, nice, rather than blacks and greys. So mixing it up even further. Autumn Morgan. It sounds like Morgan Autumn's, like, the name Morgan, if it didn't have the Ra after it, would sound very pedestrian, let's be honest. I mean, Morgan. Morgan from Finances would like to speak to you. So I'm glad he's called Morgan Ra, because he suddenly makes it very cool. I wonder if there's a story behind that, because there's stories behind the names, lots of names of things. I think like Lionel Johnson's quite a famous one for the Dark Angels. I don't know, there's loads. Jimmy Space for the Emperor. Eee. Bum bum bum. Painting. Oops, dunk. Yep, thank you for posting the thing to the thing. Notice many more ladies in the painting hobby side these days. Yep, still don't see a lot of women girls at the tables rolling dice. Yes, probably varies wildly where you live though. I don't know. I mean, my experience of the hobby is very online, unfortunately. I need to get out to Bad Moon Cafe and make some more hobby friends, because my dear hobby friend James, who has been in the chat today and may still very well be in the chat, buggered off to Scotland, the bastard. But it's good. It's made me, consider spreading my wings and actually making some other hobby, like in real life hobby friends. So I don't really know. I don't know in terms of, and also I'm definitely not a competitive player or anything, so I'm not normally at tables rolling dice anyway. But I have seen there's lots more at least women on Instagram and YouTube and stuff painting, which is awesome. Oh, I keep on getting distracted by the thing there. Yes, do that. Do that, friends. Drop a like on the video, just so other people can find it. That's what we're interested in, making friends. A little bit of beer and a little bit of water. Got to be a good boy. Most of the folks that Akaimi knows that actually play are guys. I don't see many girls rolling. Oh, didn't we say? Oh, and a couple on Twitter. Yes, I think we've read that. Sorry. Autumn Morgan sounds like a drink. Sounds like a good drink. I like a good cocktail. I'm not drinking cocktails tonight. I'm having one beer just to loosen up, and that will be it. And then I shall remain a good boy for the remainder of the stream. But yes. How do you go about finding people to play games against? Good question. I want to know the answer. I think that generally the advice there is, people are probably saying this, I haven't read all the way down the chat yet. Your local gaming store, be it a Games Workshop or just a third party. What do you call that? Just your local gaming store. And if you don't have a local gaming store, I guess it's harder, because where are you going to play anyway? But yeah. Trying to introduce Louis, trying to get the girlfriend in on the wargaming. Good on you. My husband comes into the room occasionally when I'm painting, and he's got a fine arts background, and he'd be like, oh, that looks good, well done, or you should bring up the contrast on that, or a little bit more blue in your shadows, or whatever, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff that clever fine arts people have. I mean, he's not from a painting background per se, but but he's never going to play. I'm never gonna convince him to play, and that's fine. It's my little hobby. That's the cat. Morgan Ra will get a strong red coat instead of a black one. I like that too. I mean, it's hard to go. If someone came in here and said, I'm going to paint my Morgan Ra pink, I'd be like, ooh. But generally, I think you're going to find it tough to not make me excited about your paint jobs, because I love seeing everyone's creativity. Amongst my favourite things about the hobby. when the world calms down a little, I'd love to get down to Nottingham and arrange to play against some of the awesome hobby folks we've met online. That is a lovely idea. Yeah, a little bit of a real life off screen. I'm being tempted. He's run away again, but someone just delivered another beer into the room. That's very naughty. I just said I was only going to drink one beer and be a good boy otherwise, but that was not a product placement though. We'll sit over there and we'll see how we feel when we've got through the last mouthful and a half of that beer there. What were we talking about? Yes, Nottingham. That is an awesome idea, Science Pie. I like your thinking. Do a little... That's old school, man. Doing like real life meetups of people you've met online. And just catch up. I agree, you can do science. Love to be able to travel some. Comes down and play some of the folks I've met so far. Yes. Because I'm the one with the microphone, you have to hear my boring stories. When I was a young man, I was very into something called conlanging, which is constructed languages, making up languages, kind of like Tolkien did, right? So the famous thing that Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings because he needed a world in which to put the languages that he'd invented, right? So he's a very famous example of a conlanger, a constructed language hobbyist. And I got into conlanging before I got into basically anything, I think. I mean, I got into Warhammer like when the second ed box came, that second edition box set came out, I think, like a lot of people. But yeah, conlanging was my first like big hobby that I was like in online communities and all that kind of stuff. And I remember when we did a real life meetup for that in Manchester on like an old BB board, are they called? BB board, I think. Anyway, the bulletin boards, all of the online forums used that same format, whatever it was, that same template. Old school, man, old school. All right. Bad Moon, wrong end of the town. Once every few months, very happy to meet up for a game and a beer. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yeah, come on down. South London's not that bad. Come on. We've got trees down here. You don't get that up in the north, do you? I mean, assuming if you're saying Bad Moon's the wrong end of town for you, I'm assuming you're somewhere north of the river. But yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you are headed in that direction. Here, Instagram, Reddit, wherever. Although, what we're going to do? Is it going to be Eldar v Eldar? No, I've got other armies. I'll bring. Maybe Chaos will have a codex by that point, and I'll bring my Chaos army. Oh, look at that! Oh no, you're not done, Craig. Come on. Don't be a foolish boy. In fact, I know for a fact I'm going to look at this and be like, oh my god, I missed that, because A, I do that anyway when I'm painting. Missed a detail, and B, I do it like a lot more when I'm live streaming. Not much of a multitasker, me. Thankfully, we're not doing anything too challenging today. Let's clear out that there. Okay. No, I don't think I could handle Science by responding to your no Ulfway versus Ulfway. I don't think I could handle Craftwell versus Craftwell, to be honest. It's just they're a dying race. I mean, come on. They're not. That would be awful. Why would they do that? I know it's the 41st millennium and there's only war and blah 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 blah, but I don't know. It just feels wrong. Imperial versus Imperial, absolutely, 100% behind it. You guys can all die. That's fine. No problem with that. But Craftworld versus Craftworld, it would hurt. I think I'm with you. It would just hurt my feelings, I think, a little bit if something like that happened. I know that it's grimdark, but that's just too much for me. So yes, I'll bring another army. I could bring Harlequins. That's a little more sort of likely, it seems. But even that, nah, don't buy it. The only way I think you could do like a... You could do that might... There's a narrative campaign for someone to play. Three players. And your first match is a Craft World versus Harlequin match. And then, you know, someone wins that. Make up some homebrew rules for the winner getting some bonuses and stuff for the next game. And then the next game starts, and it's some other faction, let's say the Orcs, have noticed that the Elves are fighting and they want to get in on the fight. So the Orcs bring, but the Orcs get double the points to bring. The Orcs, you get this massive Orc army in, let's say, Craft World. Well, they wouldn't at the moment with these codexes, but maybe after the new Craft World codex comes out, they'd have a chance. So let's say Craft World win, then Craft World is fighting the Orcs, but with half the size force. But then the Harlequins come back, and it turns out it was all just a very clever trap, because the Harlequins were doing a magical dance to lure in the Orcs so that the Eldar, as a joint force, could crush them. Haha, there you go. That's how you could frame it. There you go. So no elves were harmed in the making of this battle report. That's what you would do. I guess we could do it like that. And there you go. Baroth Crow of the Old Paint can bring da Orcs. And then maybe one day we can do an Orc versus Orc fight when I finally get my Beast Snaggers army functioning in some way. The absolutely gorgeous and fabulous circus gang indeed. Who the heck is ringing my doorbell at this time of night? Luckily there are other people in the house that can take care of that, but 10 to 10? What's going on? How awful is it that I'm concerned that the doorbell is ringing? Oh, well, hopefully it'll all be fine. Maybe it's just our downstairs neighbour. So, Science Spy collects Ulthway, Imperial Fists, Custodes, Orcs, Necrons, and Knights. Blummeneck. But Eldar are always the first love. Yes. I have put your alternative armies in the chat, folks. I have a Wordbearer army, a sort of half-done Orc army, not even half-done if I'm honest. Harlequin army, but that sort of doesn't count. And that's it for my proper forces, isn't it? Wordbearers, Harlequins, Orcs, Eldar. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. Yes. Those are my main ones. Craftworld, Drukari, and Harlequins. Kilbrargol's going hard, and Custodes in brackets, going hard on the elves. Love it. Good on you, sir. I'm bringing in some murder clowns. That's why I'm standing up. Also, by the way, hobby tip: stand up every now and then. It's good for you. Bringing all the good news. Right. Hang on a second. Boop boop ba doo 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 ba doo 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 doo. Boop 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 ba doo ba doo diddle doo doo ba doo doo ba doo. Put you there. Oh my lord. Oh, it's getting out of hand. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, they're not going to make it. Oh, I was going to try and bring down the whole lot, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it very easily, so that's not going to happen. So I'll just bring down one. This is what my Harlequins look like. This is my speed. Oh, that's a very dusty miniature, Craig. Brushy. This is the oil on water psychedelic Harlequins that I like. I like them looking like this. I like the diamonds and all that kind of stuff, but this is more my speed. But this you can do if you're curious, very very quickly. This is actually a like a weekend army basically. If you've got like 1,500 points or something of Harlequins, promise you can do them in a weekend if you want to paint them like this. Yes, but yeah, the rest of the force is basically like that as well. Bum 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 bum. Bonk. Oh, there you go. There's a little character as well, just because it's nice to do characters too. Really love this model. This is one of my favourite models, I think. Just kind of generally, I don't know why. She's just got, I don't know. She's always a she to me. This gal. But anyway, she's there's something about her. There's something about the way those cloth is moving, and the blank mask, and the neuro whatever it's called gun. Yeah, love it. Love it. Okay. Elves all day. I only have craft world and a detachment of harlequins. That's nothing to be sad about, sir. You've got the 2 best armies. What's wrong with that? Ulthway, Blood Angels, Necrons. Yes, Blood Angels are fun to paint. I won't lie. I'm not an Imperial person myself, but cannot deny that Space Marines are fun to paint. I have a few on the shelf behind me. You won't be able to see them, I don't think, but pardon me. Current goal is to have Craft World Force, Drukhari, Harlequins, Exodites. Yes, or Exodites. I really want to do an Exodite army, but I'm not much of a kit basher, unfortunately. Maybe that's something I set that as a hobby goal at some point. Get better at kit bashing. Love the little snippets of Blood Angels versus Necrons Black Library fluff. I don't know what that refers to, but I like it. We do like a bit of fluff. I'm much fluffier than I am crunchy. Lovely scheme, thank you very much. Yeah, we've done that. Meeting the Silent King is a trip. Yes, I can imagine. Do we have Warhammer Plus subscribers? And if so, did we watch that Hammer and Bolter recently? That was definitely one of the better ones. Garden of Ghosts. In the Garden of Ghosts. Oh, sorry if you're not a Warhammer TV person. Remember, we're avoiding salt. But that was a powerful story. I was genuinely surprised how moving that was for just a silly little Warhammer cartoon. But the most recent one, which is Chaos Drukhari Necrons, is also a really cool little bit of thing. The Shadow Queen, the Seer, I love her so much. Yes, me too. Akaimi. My other secret love is for the Tau, but don't tell the Awtarks. Shh. Tau, another pleasure to paint. I'm tempted, but now with these Eldar releases, that's it for me. I mean, we'll see later on in the year, but I'm not starting anything else now. I'm back to being a fully dedicated elf player until they stop feeding me elf plastic. Because between painting other people's miniatures for them, making videos, and the elves, I will have no hobby time whatsoever to start another faction. 10 PM donut, you deserve it. I could not agree more. Yes, sir, 100%. You get that donut. Look at you, organising what I would say has been a very pleasant evening for the Eldar community. All right for you, sir. You've got the microphone. Har har. I'm not making much progress, so I'm not gonna lie. This has not been super productive, but that's fine. Garden of Ghosts is just so good. Yes. I had a little manly tear in the corner of my eye by the end of that episode. I am not ashamed to admit. Manly tear. I'm just saying that because that's what that guy, the bod on Warhammer Community said. It made me laugh when he said that. I was like, bless you and your perfectly charming need to qualify your tears as manly. But yes, no, that was genuinely very, very moving episode. Isn't it funny? Silly little game we play can make us feel connected and human, and that's that's thought for the day. Artifacts. Artifacts is the most recent episode, right? Yeah. Don't want to spoil the Necron Black Legion story reveal, but OMG. Are you referring to the that episode, or are you referring to something that like Black Library or something that I'm not aware of? Science Pie. How proud you must be of your oh yeah. Oh, that moment. Yes, Gil, bro. Sorry, I keep on stumbling over your name, mate. Sorry, Gil. Yeah, that was the depiction of the Space Marines in that episode was really, really good. I'm so glad that they did that, because a lot of people say, the Space Marines and they're the poster boys and all that kind of stuff, and there's probably valid reasons for that, Souls, but it's also like sometimes a bit much, and it shows that GW definitely have the balls to be like, nope, not the good guys. There are no good guys, certainly not the Space Marines, because the depiction was perfect. Yes, the Hammer and Bolter episode, okay, yeah, and it was it's Artifacts, as Gil has pointed out to us. I believe that was the name of the episode. Yes, it was just awesome, and all it was really good. I don't want to spoil that either. Thank you for reminding me that I shouldn't do that. But yes. See, if you don't understand, it kind of flies over the head. Sorry. I have a troop of the old metal Harlequins of the Metal Seer and Jester. I hope there's rules to include them in the Craft World lists again. Well, that seems to be the case. That's the rumours for the new codex, is that they are putting Harlequins, Corsairs, Craft World, and Inari into one bumper Eldar codex, and only the Drukhari will be separate. So, like the old days. We'll see. Noticed a couple of posts on the thing. I'm going to pop to that quickly. Discord. Baharoth serving up some beautiful blue. Speaking of Harlequins, a little zoom in there if that's alright with you, mate. Whoa, too much. Yes. Oh man, look at those diamonds. You didn't have those diamonds at the beginning of today, did you? I'm gonna scroll up. Back to normal zoom, please. Reset. Scrolling up. Where was the first picture of the before that? Further up. There you go. Oh, you did have the diamonds there. Okay. I was going to be really pissed off that you'd been free-handing diamonds whilst I've been slopping on muck. Damn it. That's very productive. But what you have done is still beautiful and very impressive. I'm loving oh, sorry, I'm trying to be clever and it's not working. Story of my life. This pink gradient that you're building up over here is gorgeous. And I love that head, by the way. Where is that head from? I'm curious. Who is she? The head portion of her. We know the body is that lovely AOS vampire, but yeah, I'm definitely, and I'm these look very much like Harlequin arms. I'm assuming that's where that's come from. Is that an Inari horn coming out the head there? Curious, but and what on earth did you use for your basing? What hobby object is that? Who knows? But yeah, I want to know what that head is. It's very cool. Reset. And looking good, mate. Looking good. Oh, that's interesting. I've got the words in the chat there. Okay. You are a stallion. Done some diamonds, but not the back ones. Show off. And Louis, old paint. What blue did you use? Beautiful. Shall I bring it back up since we're chatting about it still? Oh, no, it was up. Sorry. I'm getting confused. Stay on top of it, Russell. There she is. Continue to ogle at the beauty. Temple Guard, nice and bright for the blue, if anyone's curious. As you can see in the chat, to be honest. I don't need to read that out, do I? Harlequin mask on a raging hero's head. For the head. Harlequin mask? I don't believe you. Which Harlequin mask is that? Surely not. Bim bim bim. Like one of the masks from the troop, from the Harlequin foot soldiers. Or am I misunderstanding completely? I fear I must be. Temple Guard Blue is the boy. Shall I make a little? I think I did this in the last stream, but shall I make a little confession? I own a total of one. I got it wrong last time I said it, so actually this is a correction. I own a total of one Citadel color product, and you are looking at it right now. That's it. I have no contrast paints, no regular Citadel paints, nothing. So I always get very confused. Well, not confused, but like I feel left out. When people talk about Citadel paints, I'm like, I wonder what colour that is. Because the names, it's like the game range for Vallejo or a lot of other paint makers where they have to make it like cool fantasy names. But it doesn't tell me anything about the bloody colour, does it? Is it a light blue? Is it? I can see like a blue that we're talking about, so that's fine. But yeah. Secret code of Citadel paint owners. I painted this in Giant Monster Pink. Ooh, I painted it in Megalith Tauragon Purple. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, well, that was me being salty about Citadel paints, which I shouldn't be because I know nothing about them. I'm sure they are very good, otherwise so many people wouldn't use them. It's the pots, that's the reason I don't buy them, sorry. Ain't nobody got time for transferring to dropper bottles, and I do not trust myself not to knock them over. Beep, beep, beep. Obviously I've had Citadel paints, but like way back when, before I returned to the hobby, as people like to say, when I was a wee lad. Bim, bim, bim. Doi? No, it isn't. Forgotten how I made it. Yeah, okay. So that's not a Harlequin mask. The AOS model comes with the mask in her hand and cut it off for her face. There you go. And the hair is her hair, right? She does have that. Yes. Okay. Now I'm seeing it. Yeah. She's holding. Yeah. That's, you can either have her holding something or something like a mask or a mirror or something. Is it? It's such a cool model. I'm kind of tempted to buy that model just as is and paint it as is. When they released some of those new vampire models, I was like, ooh, steady on, Games Workshop. I'm already heavily invested in one of your products. You can't tempt me into another one, you buggers. But she's, yeah, gorgeous model and a gorgeous kit bash. And I love that it's a solitaire as well. That is an awesome idea. I like the native solitaire that we've got, but I feel like your little kit bash there, Baroth, is almost more representative of the fact that solitaire is supposed to be playing She Who Thirsts. Yeah, get your stuff up on the Discord, folks. Do it. I want to see your pretty models. Everyone wants to see your pretty models. Din din din, bada bam bam bim bim bim. Okay. We're on to our second layer. Not the most fascinating job, but if I did anything more complicated, I think I would not be concentrating at all. I have to work out how to do that. Normally, when I've streamed before, it's pretty chill, so I don't mind if I'm take 5 minutes to think about what I'm doing, but I do want to be a little more on the ball tonight. So we're doing simple. Keeping it simple. Oh, so here is Raging Heroes. Okay. They have a flight of angels, and they use the head for Eldar, as the hair is so good. I don't know Raging Heroes at all. That's going to be something I will Google after we're done. To get 40k games, Science Pie is determined not to play other systems. That's hilarious. Yeah, I know the feeling, so it's fine. I know the feeling. Yeah, I almost got tempted before we knew that the new elves were coming, and before before even the new orcs. That's what it was. So before the new orc thing happened, I was kind of getting Custodes curious, I'll say, because there was something about the thought of painting those big metal, gold shiny boys that was tempting me. I think there's just a lot you can do with metallics that people explore all the time, but there's a lot of like underpainting tricks and shading with inks and all that kind of stuff that can make metallics really, really interesting. And Custodes would be obviously the perfect army for that, but the other one that would be really good for that is Stormcast. But I think if I was ever tempted into painting doing AOS, I think it might have to go with people from the Death Quarter, where I don't know the AOS lore at all. The Death, whatever, they've got the 4 things: Order, Chaos, Death, something else. Because there's so much cool stuff in the Death range. The Night Haunt guys are really awesome. I quite like the weirdness of the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Like, very original stuff in AOS. All the like zombies and all that. There's a lot of very cool stuff going on in the Death range. So from like all quarters. So it would have to be something from there, I suspect. Oh, Emily Parish, you horrible little bot. Bugger off. Goodbye, you nasty little person. You have been deleted. Yeah, Nighthorn looks sweet. Agreed, Perk Ogre. Botty boy fan. What is this bot doing? I don't know what this bot is doing in Discord, but it's very encouraging. I like that. Nighthaunt being sweet. I absolutely agree, Perk Ogre. And they just got a new model, right, at LVO, I believe. That very interesting, ghoulish candelabra, basically, isn't it? Candelabra reading a book. And why not? Why not, I say? It's a fantasy setting. If a candelabra wants to read a book in a fantasy setting, why shouldn't it be able to? Do-do-ba-do. At some point in this stream, I'm going to have to do something other than paint this heavy skin tone on there. And I'm going to do that other thing right now because I realised I didn't do this yet. I'm going to show you something. Just for fun. There was something else I was considering working on during the stream, but then I realised it wasn't. I took it out and realised it's not quite ready to be worked on, and I didn't have enough time this week to get it ready. But here's something that has been sitting in my manageable but still shameful pile of shame for bloody ages, and I definitely need to get it done before the new releases and what have you. Everything kind of worms, yes. You have to be careful. Yeah, the bots are just, that's where the science is by. That's exactly when the bots have decided that they want to come and say hello. Is they seem to sense you leaving the thing. Oh, I've got one more important piece of this that I need to get out. So this is a little project that I did, and then it's one of those things where is this head? It stalls. You know, that happens sometimes when you're working on like a big project. It stalls, and then you're like, it's very hard to pick up again. So that's where he's gone to, unfortunately. But we will definitely get him sorted before the new release. I've been working on a Wraith Lord. There's his legs. So this is based on, someone helped me out. There's the guy who, as far as I'm aware, he's not on Instagram or anything. I hope he is, and then you can tell me where he is. But he has a website, and when you search for like Eldar kit bashes, he's one of the top results usually, because his stuff is insanely good. Just, they look like professionally made like plastic minis, but he's basically built them all out of plasticard. No, he's done like heavy conversion. He's the guy who did the enormous tank that he called the Pegasus. And another project that he did was reposing and reworking Wraith Lord. Now, I am not even a scratch on that guy, but I was really inspired by what he did, because he said that for his tastes, the body on the Wraith Lord is a little bit bulky and all this other kind of stuff, so he set about trying to fix that. So I tried to emulate what he did, and I've been working on this for a long time and then put it aside. But this is my little Wraith Lord chappie, so he's going to be running, because it's nice to have dynamic poses. And then he's got this body here, this body oddy, which is, I sprayed the other day because I wanted to check what it was looking like. So I just base coated it and stuck a little bit of grey over the top to see. But it's actually, I'm happy with it. It's a little bit hard to tell immediately what's happened, but this bad boy on the original model goes here, and the whole chest plate is like 1/3 as wide, and he has like what do you call them, like jet blasters or whatever under his armpits here, sticking out, I suppose, for stabilization or something like that. He's also gotten some extra wings to give him a little bit more of a wider wing profile, so slim down the chest but widen out the back. Makes him a bit more kind of like angelic feeling. It's not massive, because I only had these little pieces. The guy that I'm talking about, if someone remembers his name, please let me know, did this massive like sculpted whole new warp veins and stuff. It's very immense. I would definitely recommend. I might do a little search for him for a second, but maybe we can look at that. Yeah, anyway, this was what I was going to work on. I gave him a little head extension so that he's not quite as hunched. Kind of hard to show you guys, but yeah, so he's got a little bit of a neck extension. And we've got full magnetization, because a Wraith Lord, come on, I'm not buying multiple Wraith Lords, bugger off. Well, I'm quite happy with this one. We've done, what would you call them? It's got a name in mechanics and stuff, a registering peg or something, I think it's called. So on the big chunky magnet, you see that? You glue a little bit of plastic card, and then on the meeting side, you glue 2 little bits of plastic card. It looks very dodgy because it's unpainted and stuff, but and then that means that you don't get slippage. You don't get like weirdly random rotating arms. I mean, if I really shake him, he like moves, but it doesn't do the droopy thing. It's locked in place, so the pose is still completely defined, which I like. I don't need to like repose with magnets. I just have them for options. But yeah, anyway, was going to work on this, but he's not quite ready because there's still loads of gap filling and all that kind of stuff to do on him. So expect that in an Instagram account any day now. Just wanted to show that because it's nice. Gil is posting on Discord. Yes, looking beautiful and teal. Where is it? Oh, we missed. Wait, didn't miss. We're going to do him now. Nice. Hang on, what did you tell us? 2 washes with diluted 50/50 Lamian Medium, Carberg Crimson. Oh, bloody Citadel Paint names. Nice. That's a lovely colour, though. Look at that. I like ambiguous colours. I am a big fan. Gorgeous. Love it. Curious to see where it's gonna go. So do we say silver with the red? It just looks gorgeous. I'm just curious. I'm not. Yeah. And this beautiful turquoise boy. Gorgeous. Getting a little bit lay down on those runes. Ready to kick some ass. The jetbikes look mint. Yes, that's exactly what they look. A.R. Hicks. That's who I mean. A.R. Hicks. Let's swap over to this quickly. Control T. A.R. Hicks. Eldar. Craftworld Eldar. If you do not know this chap, then I strongly recommend you jumping into Google at some point in the near future. And Engines of All. This is the Pegasus. This is the one that really blew my mind. So he saw this in the back of a picture, then drop what he assumed the design was in great detail, started with this pile of bits, and then it's a long post. I'm just gonna go to the it's a very long post. Ended up with this thing. Where's a good picture of it? It's enormous. This massive bloody tank. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, we won't do that again. Yeah, this isn't even the coolest bit, actually. Really super clean paint jobs and stuff as well. Quality Eldar. Look at this. This is the inside that he's done of the tank. Look at that panel. Insane. Look at that. He came up with his own rune for it, you know, because all of the vehicles and stuff have their own, like, this website. If you're an Eldar person, check this guy's stuff out. A.R. Hicks. Scratch building Eldar craft. It's nuts. I don't know how you even begin to consider doing something like that. Look at the size of it. Look at the bloody size of it. That if you know, for the viewers at home, those are 3 regular tank doors, like like a Falcon or a Wave Serpent door. So that gives you a sense of how, and his hand obviously, but you don't know the size of the guy's hands. Just nuts. Absolutely insane. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of wide for an Eldar tank, but I just think he's still managed to keep it very, very Eldar-y and cool. Yeah, he's got some crazy stuff. I wonder if I can find the what I based my Wraith constructs. Okay, no, not the Wraiths. Oh, there it is. The Eldar Wraith Knight. There you go. So a design picture. His design. Oh yeah. He like elongated the head. This is the thinning. So I did this bit as well. So you cut the chest in half. Then you have to build out sort of like places to reset the arms and what have you. And then magnetizing, putting the wraith, the spirit stone on the front. He did some more stuff with that things. He didn't like the guns and changed the guns a lot. It didn't bother me much. This, like reposing the hands, I did that one as well. That was a bloody nightmare. And this is the biggest thing for me, actually, like adding on these like tapered bits. I did that one as well, and that really sells it for me. Yeah. And then he did his own custom loincloth, blah blah blah. This is him building and casting his own warp veins. And there it is. all posed up. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he ever painted it, or if he did... Oh, wait, we haven't even got to the craziest bit yet. Oh, Louis's got a Wraith Lord. Okay, I want to see the Wraith Lord, Louis. Get that Wraith Lord up. Have we seen it yet? Did I skip past it? No, here it is. Look. This guy is so insane. He likes the fact that in the lore, there's a person in there for Wraith Lords. So he made this whole front panel is actually magnetized and detachable, and he's remade the inside to have like the inner face of the Spirit Stone and Eldar Rune kind of design stuff. And then he's taken a Forge World. I mean, I'm assuming he bought it on eBay and he didn't buy an entire Titan for this, but he's taken Forge World Titan Pilot and built it into his Wraith Lord's chest. Insane. Absolutely insane. There's all the parts for it and base coated, but he never finished it, or at least he hasn't posted it finished to my knowledge. No. Yeah, he redid the thing for his thing, I remember that. Yeah. Insane quality kit bashing. I think this has gone beyond kit bashing at this point. Remodeling that this chap does. Interesting stuff, I thought, so I thought I'd share. There you go. But yes, Louis, I would like to see your Wraith Lord. That would please me. That would please me greatly. Okay, what are we doing for time? 26 minutes past 10. Okay, I said maybe probably 11 at the latest, so don't forget to get your pictures in. Oh, Science Pie has posted a Wraith Lord. Exciting. Since we're chatting about them, I'm going to swap over again. Pardon me, to here. TT. Yes, look at that. I love the plants in the background. There's something, it's nice, like, that's a nice thing about collecting Eldar, is being able to put flowers on your bases even though it's the grim, dark future of the 41st millennium. Lovely, really nice. I want to paint mine. You are inspiring me, Science Pie. Yeah, gorgeous. This is one of the things as well that I'm kind of humming and hawing about, is what to paint bone and what to paint black. I'm almost tempted to do an inverted scheme, which is what I did for my some of my Wraith Guard, where instead of being like typical Ulthway mostly black with bone highlights, you know that way. But yeah, but this is making me think maybe I should do a black. Choices. Love it. Super nice flowers. Yes, we love the flowers. Oh no, bended parts from Forge Worlds. Oh dear. So it goes. I'm not going to talk about Forge World because that would be inappropriate. Alright. What would not be inappropriate would be me taking a short break to pop to the loo, I'm afraid. There are, unfortunately, things which cannot be avoided. So, let's see. Oh, we were just talking about that. Right, this is a habit of mine on the stream, if I have to take breaks. Changing the camera angle. Where can I put her? I'll tell you what. Let's lift her up a little bit. There you go. There's my... Someone mentioned a Wraith lady. Oh look, you're seeing really behind the scenes. I can't get the right angle. Oh god, it's all going wrong. Is that going to be the right angle? There we go. Since we're doing Wraith constructs. Okay. Very nice. And then we're going to turn on... Did I get rid of it? Oh no, no, that's right. I'm doing the right thing. Desktop audio, mic, head cam, and... Oh no, I know. Sorry, I don't know how to use my own thing. This, then I do this, and then I do this. Shoop. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yes, alright, I'm taking a quick break, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. Mehdi Ben Namane. Oh no! Don't say that. Is that true? That can't be true. Can you hear it in this room? The toilet is next door. Oh well. So it goes. So it goes. We're live here, folks. Anything can happen. Hearing a man go to the loo. Well, there you go. That was fun. We'll mute that somehow. Right. Really delighted and how it's gone tonight, guys. Thanks again to everyone. Yes. What time are we on? 10:30. You can keep on a little bit more if you like. I don't know what people's thirst is. Oh, sorry, I'm not doing a very good job. But let's go back to the web share at least. There we go. Whilst I rearrange this. Bum, bum, bum. Boop. Bum, be, 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 be. Oh, no, you can't even see what I'm doing, so I'm making silly noises for my own entertainment. There we go. Dun dun dun. Dee dee dee. Yes, it has been lovely. What I would like to see, if possible, if you've been working on stuff, some more pretty pictures of your beautiful miniatures in Discord. Get them up there. 11 sounds fair to me, but 3 hours of your time has been very good. Well, I mean, it's a very good excuse for me to sit and paint and chat hobby on a Saturday night. So I don't feel like I've been giving my time. I've just been chilling with mates. Yeah, get those pics in the Discord though, because that's the note that we need to finish on. That's the, you know, that's the whole point. We're slaying the grey. Do I need more layers of this? I don't know if I do. Maybe not. We're slaying the grey so that we can have nice clean desks for the beautiful Eldar releases that are coming. That's the idea. Right, as per usual, I've got a little out of hand with all my boxes and bits, but I think that this colour is the next one we want to do. Dum 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 dum. Yes, that'll do. That'll do, pig. When are you streaming again? So, Wildfish, I don't know when I'm streaming again. I'm afraid I'm a little bit... It's just when I have time to do it. Privately on this channel. For the Webway weekends, me and Science Pie have to hook up and talk about, you know, everything. But assuming everything goes to plan and we're happy with stuff, then the Webway weekends will be an end of the month thing. The end of every month. So the next Webway weekend hangout, whatever form it takes, but will be the last Saturday of February, probably. But you should keep an eye on our Eldar, the Eldar subreddit, and this channel, and the Eldar Discord, in order to stay on top of when things are happening and what they are and what have you. Because this is just our first kind of let's see how it goes kind of a situation. But yeah, if there's a thirst for it, then I think it's a very cool project, a very cool thing to do. So I'm up for it. Are you guys? Yes. Did Old Blood Mazdamundi get to join? I don't know who Old Blood Mazdamundi is. I hope they did. See, I'm learning. Being a good boy. Ugh, why is every bone... I know why. This is a rhetorical question, but every bloody bone colour such a pain in the bloody backside? Why do you have to be so rubbish at covering? Oh, we just got another post. Apotheos, that was Louis, wasn't it? I believe. Oh. Okay. I'll wait just to see if we get any more of those pictures. But we're definitely gonna have a look at that in a second. Right. I'm glad to hear that you are up for it, Gil. It is always a pleasure to hang with cool folk and paint the best minis, Eldar minis. Yes, posted the work in progress Wraith Lord. Should we do it now then? Let's have a look, because it's a good one, guys. We got a good one coming. Look at this bad boy. Oh yeah. Love the pose. Love the pose. Oh, what's going on here? This is cool. Am I going to see more of that from the back? And this is the Tree Lord, or whatever his name is, sword, right? I recognise that. Is it? I painted one of those, haven't I? Or maybe... No, I painted the staff, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Gorgeous. And look at this on the here as well. Beautiful. And with the non-metallic metal again. Oh, Louis. Oh, Louis. Ah, nice. Yeah. Like crazy hair thing, and it's not even a top knot. Oh, and I spot a little metal man in the back there. Very cool. Gorgeous. I really love what you're doing with the weathering around the corner and there as well, mate. It's looking beautiful. We'll give it a solid date next to it. Yep. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yes. Love it. Forearm. Did I miss something? He doesn't have extra arms, does he? Oh, he is! How did I miss that? Look at that! Oh, love it. Yes. Very cool. He is indeed a gnarly dude. I've had a bit of a Wraith night tonight in the end. Not a problem. We like our Wraith people. Beautiful. Keep on looking at that handsome mini on the Discord server, my friends. Not at all, friend, not at all. He's a great looking mini. You should be proud. I'm looking forward to seeing him finished. I have to say that because we all need to encourage each other to finish our projects. I'm sure Louis is a very organised and self-motivated person, but it is good to encourage each other. It is good and it is nice. Alright. Swamp. Speaking of many armed Wraith constructs, is Baharoth still around? Because I know that chap has, by now I'm sure quite famous, many armed Wraith construct. That is also definitely worth checking out if you've got the time. Ah, yeah. Sorry to hear that you can't share, Perk Ogre. But next time, get yourself on a I mean, you can sort of do it on your phone, but anyway. But yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't want to. Find yourself a computer or something so that you can watch and snap pics and send. Because we're all about the sharing. I'm laughing, sorry, because I'm just thinking like how hilariously little progress I've made on these guys. And I actually have a game coming up. James, who was with us earlier, is coming down. It's my hobby buddy. Is coming down from the frozen norths, and he's going to bring, I believe, some blood angels with him that I would like to slaughter with my beautiful elves. And I kind of want this to be done for that. But we'll find the time. We'll make it work. One bonus of artist... I'm still loving these brushes, by the way. One bonus of artist... Scale Colours artist range is that they taste quite nice. All of them. There's something about the medium that they use for them. Makes them taste all quite nice. So if you're a brush licker like me... Oh, there he is, Baharoth. Big Sword Wraithlord is ace. Big Sword Wraithlord is ace. Yes, that is definitely a sentiment worth repeating. Avatar looks badass. This is the avatar from the Discord. Oh, well, yes, we've got more avatar action going on. How are we doing for time? We're going to do a roundup, but I'll let more get a few more in there. We're headed towards the closing portion of the evening, so make sure you get your models in, your works in progress, or anything you want to share. Let's be honest, it's just nice to look at nice minis. Baharoth, get your many armed Wraith construct in there as well. Why not? People should follow Baharoth on Instagram, and as Science Pie mentioned earlier, you know, let's make friends on other platforms, so feel free to post links to your Instas and all that kind of stuff. We're it's not self-promotion, it's making friends. I always sometimes I feel funny about posting links to my social media accounts and stuff because it feels like promotion, but it's not. It's just making friends, especially in this case. So get it up there. Mine is just the name of the channel on Instagram, the name of this YouTube channel, GRG Miniatures. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. And I think it's linked on the channel page as well on YouTube. So come be my friend and I will follow you back. Boo, 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 boo. Catch up with the chat. Actually, I've had a hard time finishing my project since the COVID situation. Being alone and all was not easy, but all the support from Reddit now and those streams are giving me so much motivation. Yes! Big thanks to my friend Gilbragol too for all the support. You got this. So my emoji became text. Well, it was good as text as well. Yeah. COVID has been, I mean, I suppose for some people it's been a hobby boon because it's been meant to home time, but it's not been an easy time for many of us, so love and support like good elves. That's what we need. Shwomp, shwomp, shwomp. I'm making painting noises. We're gonna get any more pictures in the Discord? I want your minis. Give me your minis. Don't give me your minis. I mean, no, don't give me your minis. Give me pictures of your minis. I want to see them. I want to see them with my eyes. And we want to share and talk about them. You've seen my stuff. You've been looking at my stuff all the good day long. Yeah. Next time I take a bathroom break, I'm going to. I don't know if the chap who mentioned that was pulling my leg or not, but I really hope he was. I'm gonna watch this video back and be like mortified. But I will. I'll mute, I think, just in case, because this is quite a good mic that I've got. Was purchased for me in a previous incarnation. Let's just put it that way, and I can imagine it picking up the sound from the next room. So. Yes, indeed, time for Nurgle to asterisk off and take his COVID with him. Well, anyway, best not to dwell too hard on that. You couldn't hear anything. Okay, thank you very much, Science Pie, for... I mean, I'm not that bothered. Everyone bloody pisses, who cares? But just, you know, perhaps not the most auspicious inaugural hobby hangout, Webway weekend hobby hangout. Gentlemen urinating in the next room. Yeah, not very elf related. Anyway, good times had by all. That's the important thing. Oh, okay. Well, no, but didn't he post can after that? That's because I read that, and then they, like, just underneath he wrote can, which I assumed was a correction. Anyway, I don't know. But again, doesn't really matter. If you had heard me pee, it wouldn't have been the end of my world. I'm an oversharer anyway. That's just the way I live my life. We don't pee? Eldar don't pee? Where's this? I need citation on that law. Show me. Give me a codex page reference, please. Isn't there... What was the business about Eldar? But that was like a rumour or something, that Eldar may have evolved from birds, and so they have very light bones or something. I remember that one. Seeing that somewhere. A bit silly, but then the Warhammer world is a bit silly sometimes. No worries, Science Pie. If your last pick is more of the same, it is a good same to be the more of. Shroomp. Shroomp, shroomp. Shroomp. Painting noises. My brush makes a noise. What noise does your brush make? Because mine apparently goes shroomp, shroomp. Can you hear the cat? I'm curious about that. Well, okay, so Medi could hear. But you're here for the paint and the ASMR. Okay, I don't get. I mean, it's not that I understand what the ASMR thing is, and it's not that I'm not like, ooh, why are people into that? But I don't know what classifies ASMR. Like, everything that I've seen seems quite broad. It's just like any sound that's quiet, right? Anyway, is my cat making a little noise in the other room. No, it's not, is it? It's all that. It's all like that. Hi everyone, and welcome to the stream today. That's all that stuff, isn't it? Which I don't know. I find mouth noises a bit off-putting. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I have noisy cats. This is a story I tell about my cats. Fairly regularly, so apologies if you've heard this before, but I have another cat that makes the most awful crying sound. She's like she's like someone is slaughtering her in the other room, and she didn't make it when we first got her. The brush goes snick snick. I like that, just like Shuriken. Love it. Yeah, she just one day started making this awful noise, and she's not an old cat, but she's not young anymore. She's in her middle age, and I thought, oh no, she developed some kind of terrible health problem. So we took her to the vets because she genuinely sounded like she was being murdered, and she would do it like sporadically. So I assumed it was like some pain-related thing, like when something was playing up on her insides, she would make this noise. But took her to the vets, paid through the bloody teeth for it because, for various reasons, my cats don't have insurance, and did all the tests, and it turns out, according to the vet, that she's just discovered a new way to get my attention. So it's just that now when she wants attention, she wants me to clean her toilet for her, or feed her, or change the water, or sometimes I've noticed just pick her up and hold her for 5 minutes. She'll scream like she's being murdered. So there we go. Cats, manipulative little buggers, but I love them. All right. The time is 22:51. 9 minutes. Well, not even 9 minutes, because we're going to do 11 o'clock. I've made the decision. I can smell the ping pong, the ding dong earlier. The doorbell went off, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm worried about the doorbell going off." Obviously, it was takeaway that my husband had ordered. So and the scent has now wafted, and I'm pretty sure it's curry. And I didn't eat before the stream, so we're definitely doing 11 o'clock because I do need to eat now. I had a late lunch, so I'm not bothered, but I can smell the food now, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so get your picks in if you're getting a pick in. I want to see your elves in the Discord server. We'll do a quick run through just before we finish up, so maybe like 5 to 11 or whatever in the next 3 minutes or so. You've been watching my progress as I very painstakingly transform blue to a patchy bone white. This is why I've developed my speed painting skills. This is definitely a more efficient way of doing this job, that's for sure. But these are old models that have been sat on my shelf half painted, so we're doing old school painting on them. Stick brush. Can't avoid giving things extra arms. My connection is crapping out. I had a blast. Got lots done. Thanks for hosting. It was absolutely mega. Thank you very much, Baharov. I'm assuming you're gone by now, but thanks for joining. We will hopefully see you again sometime, and maybe I'll see you in the reels. And love the avatar is still on his original square base. Oh, for the not sure what to do with mine with the new model coming out. Got him when he first came out. Not even put him together yet. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you've got the model, I mean, I buy the new one as well. It's gorgeous. Come on, you'll buy it at some point. But you've got a little piece of history there now as well. Surely you want to put that together. Give it a little lick of paint. Could even do like a practice run for your new plastic avatar. Get your color scheme all worked out. Seeing things popping into the chat. Very good, very good. 2 minutes and counting. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat, friends. That's on Discord. There are links in the chat to post. I'm assuming everyone who's here knows where the Discord is and stuff, but just in case, scroll up and you will discover a Discord server where you can post pictures of your elves elves, and it will be glorious and good. Pardon me. Speaking of pardon me. Yeah, no worries, mate. Alright, we're getting to the end of the stream now, so I'm actually going to indulge myself. So we'll do 1 minute on my complete and utter failure of progress. It wasn't a failure. Come on, Craig. Do yourself justice. So these boys were completely blue when I picked them up today, and now they have a slightly patchy... you can't really tell because it's too bright, but they have a slightly patchy coat of bone white developing on their white bits. So good for them. That's what I did tonight. But you know what? They're now 2 colours, so I wouldn't lose any points for them in a thing, right? Is it 2 or 3 for battle ready in an official tournament? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't do those sorts of things. But anyway, they're on their way. They're on their way to being done, which is the important thing. That's what we're here for. Speaking of other things that we're here for, it is now 5 to 11. It is time to have a look at some modules. I think I might scroll all the way up and we'll do a quick review of all the things we've seen. So whilst I do that, it was all the way up here. This is the start of today, isn't it? Okay, cool. Do a little sneaky OBS transition. So Science Pie started out with some grey Wraith Lords, looking good but looking very grey. Baharoth, who's had to bugger off. Oh, is it 3 coats? I've got another colour on there before they're legal. Start off with a beautiful... Oh yeah, he got quite a bit done actually, didn't he? Because he started out with this zenithally primed and a few what do you call them, Harlequinese diamonds on this lovely conversion that he's working on. And we had this from Doc Unseelie, who I don't think we've seen unless you have a different name. Make yourself known, but really lovely work on a tank here. Look at that. Gorgeous. Pouring myself a beer. There's some ASMR. That's got to be an ASMR sound, doesn't it? Surely. Sound of beer going into a glass. Does it for me, not gonna lie. Alright, so some stunning old hammer. I still can't get over that head to leg ratio. That's like supermodel proportions. Absolutely love it. Scrolling down. This was Yesagil with some lovely turquoise boys. That works, doesn't it? Turquoise boys. I like the sound of that. Gorgeous. And this there's a little purple there as well. Lovely, really nice colours. Looking forward to seeing those work their way into the done world. Then Baltec posting one of the coolest aspects, let's not lie. Looking gorgeous. A little bit of purple cloth, we love that. And this is Louis, isn't it? I believe. Look at that non-metallic metal. I know I keep on going on about that, and these lovely little glints, shiny boys, but with a little bit of grimdark around the corner there. I only just noticed that they're not even on bases. What's going on there? Me being very unobservant is what's going on there, but yeah. Beautiful work. And then this chap turned silver to grey to silver. He's on his way up. Wild gave us a lovely banshee in beautiful bone. Beer ASMR, my favourite kind. Yes, I agree, Louis. Look at this. Kyra Drill gave us a bloody tutorial. How's that? Avatar yellow, avatar orange, avatar darker orange yet, getting into the reds, getting into the blacks. That's how you paint an avatar, folks. Yeah, so how you start painting an avatar anyway. Looking beautiful. We got a little update from Baharoth here. I am saying that right, isn't it? It's Baharoth, yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Because I read the names of things in Warhammer all the time and never say them. So she got blue and pink, and she got some more diamonds on the back, which we see here, which I'm very jealous of that he got that much done. Cheeky bastard. But there we go. Got some washes on there. Look, I do really like that colour. What was it called again? Carroburg Crimson. Carroburg Crimson. There's something about these complex colours that, yeah, we like. More beautiful Gill turquoise. That is a really stunning colour. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't believe you. Is that really the jade from Vallejo? I don't think it's ever looked like that for me, but you're painting over white, which I almost never do, so that's why. But yeah, and very smooth and beautiful. Got a little sneak peek of a finished project here from our lovely moderator, Science Pie, moderator and organizer and king of our Eldar, Science Pie. Yeah, a gorgeous wraith construct there. Look at this, I didn't notice this before. He's got like, that's cool. Like, there's something going on here that looks like it's very cool. Nice. More wraith constructs. The four-armed wraith boy here, wraith lord, with a nice kitbash sword. Loving this like sword on the arm as well. And of course this very cool hairdo going on there. Okay, we're getting into newer stuff now. Still got work to do. You're actually working on this tonight, Carajol. I'm impressed. Still got work to do, but jade green and foul green for the warlock sash. I see. Okay. Oh, and Louis got some bases on the way. That's why. Okay, very cool. Nice. Some old Dar for you. What are you watching in the background there? Is that? That looks like South Park or something. Sorry, I'm being nosy. Not watching the stream, I see. Yeah, lovely bit of Avatar action. Old school style. Ew. Hang on, what did we say? My very old Eldrad finally getting some paint. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Eldrad. Gorgeous, no matter what era he comes from. And lovely purple on that. Nice. And final images for the night from Science Pie. Looking smooth, looking sharp. Actually, that's really so I can see that the layering up that thinned down wash of the Caragon. What was it called? Anyway, the crimson paint. Got it nice and smooth. Looking gorgeous. So the Wraith Construct's difficult to go wrong, isn't it? Let's be honest. And a Warlock kit bash. Couldn't prime having a storm here today. Damn the weather. No paint today, but yes, lovely. Really, really nice. That's the seer, isn't it? The far seer, I think. Yes, love it. I mean, the main portion of the kit bash is the far seer, I think, isn't it? But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, guys. That is it. That is the very first stream. Should we do this one? There you go. It's me. Hello. That's your lot for the evening or the afternoon or the whatever it is in whatever part of the world you're in. This has been an absolute blast for me. Thank you very much for joining and chatting and showing me the Farseer. That's the one. Thank you. Joining. Having good times, slaying our grey to prepare ourselves for the glorious Eldar releases that are on the way. Poke your nose in on our Eldar regularly if you don't already. Poke your nose in on the Discord. If you are having a good time, consider subscribing here because this is maybe where they will be again. And I really look forward to seeing more elves forever and ever. Amen. is that how you finish? I don't know. But yeah, really good time, guys. I will be in the chat for a little bit longer, but I'm going to turn off my screen now and see you on the other side. Thank you very much and goodbye.